Welcome to episode 13 of the How Is He podcast. As always, joined by my co-host Paul Popadoling. This week I want to start by saying a massive congratulations to Aidan Rona winning this month's giveaway. We will hope to have details pop of the next giveaway maybe in the next episode.
Yeah.
This evening we have a guest joining us, a man who played for Athy Town, Carlow Rangers and St. Pat's. For Athy he played in the Leinster Junior League for 8 years, where he picked up a winner's medal in the Shearans Cup. With Carlow Rangers he won Division 1 Cup and Division 1 League in Kilkenny. Moved to St. Pat's where he was runner-up in the McCalmon Cup and the Premier Division in Kilkenny. I think it's fair to say he's probably best known for his time on the sidelines and his coaching career. He started out with St. Pat's at juvenile level, winning all grades across juvenile level in Carlow and Kilkenny. He was also over Castle Rangers in Collection, where he took both clubs from Division 2 to the Premier. He was also in around St. Pat's for a year as manager. And on that Castle Rangers and Collection one, that is no mean feat to go from Division 2 to Premier. It's fair going. And I also want to add this as well. He's probably the most requested guest we've had since this started.
Is that because he talks a lot, Paddy Oscar?
You can hear him in the background there. I'd like to welcome Mick Daragan.
I got 2 messages tonight of 2 different people. You'll have some crack today with this lad.
Yeah.
You hear that now? Yeah. Thanks very much for inviting me, lads. I have to say it's an honour to be asked by the two of you. Two great men and what you're doing. So thanks very much, lads. I appreciate it.
Mick.
Thanks, Mick. I do appreciate that.
Not too often. Paddy goes bashful, you know. Look at
him. That's high blood pressure. I want to start with this. I was talking to Hutchie this evening, Mick, right?
Right, yeah.
And he was asking me about the podcast. He was raving about the last episode, and he asked me to ask you this, or give me the yarn on this, right?
Go ahead.
You were involved with St. Pat's. You went out to Ballin, and you had to play the match yourself in Clock.
That's correct.
You go from there.
Oh my God, yeah. It was actually a relegation game. Johnny Nolan was out in Ballin, and we needed to get a point out of it. But we had no team hardly, so I had to tug out.
Last game of the season?
Close enough to it. I think it could be in second last now.
Yeah.
So I had to tug out. I was playing sweeper. Clock was playing in front of me. And certain Aidan Cooney was up front on his own.
Well,
that wouldn't bother him?
No. Well, that's what held. He did everything for us, you know the player he was. But anyway, the heavens opened. By the way, the manager did he tell you who that was?
No, go on.
Well, I was manager, but I was playing, so I couldn't do the job. Hutchie, the father.
Oh, look, Kevin.
Was he?
Yeah. Who was the medic? Marie. Yeah. So we got
family affair.
Family affair. Yeah. But the heavens opened anyway. So in we go at half time. When I was making a speech, down Nicks fell down. And big white white fronts underneath it. That was the story of it, right? And I couldn't stop the speech. I was in full flow, but sure, that's what he's on about.
That's a good one. Good man.
Fair play, Hutch.
Yeah.
Good man, Hutch.
He never forgot it. Actually,
yeah,
he was only a young chap.
He never remembers good stories. Does he, Mick?
Huh?
He never remembers good stories.
No.
I forgot to ask you this actually, Mick. While I'm thinking of it, when did you start out playing?
I started when I was 14 over in Athy, and what happened was there was a street league over there, and it was started up by a school teacher by the name of Michael Reen.
Okay.
And he had every street in the town had a team, every terrace had a team, and that's where I would have started. I was playing a bit of Gaelic over the fence with Athy GEA, but then about 16 then I started playing with the B team, Athy Town B team. Worked my way up then. There was only one team in Athy then. There was no other team. So it wasn't easy to get onto the A team. Savage players over there, there was some
class players, wasn't there, Mick?
Some of the best players. The two Donald, Joe Foley.
Yeah.
God rest the fella, a great friend of ours, George Chaffeel, only died a few years ago, a young man.
Foley, he be an uncle of Ian's, would he? Or his father? Father, is it?
He was an exceptional player. Then you had another great player, Morgan Gray.
Yeah.
Now Morgan would have been the Noel Salter of Athy. Very same type of player.
I never seen him. I met them all at the golf classic. I met them all at that.
Well, Morgan, when the time Niall O'Donnell went to St. Pat's, Morgan went with him. Charlie Walker came down, brought the two lads up to St. Pat's from Athy Town, But that's where I started. I worked my way into the old B team, and that was rough enough. We were in the counties division at that time, I'd gone off to Furban and all them places.
Some travelling, didn't we?
Oh yeah, it was unreal, yeah. But it's great, you know, and you learn your ropes down there.
Near a bottle on the road, isn't it?
I know.
Holy water.
All non-drinkers. But anyway, I moved on then and got into the A team. Got me placed in the A team. I was in and out and up and down, you know. It was very, very tough to hold a regular place. It's great wealth of talent there, you know.
Well-respected players over there, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, it's a huge. And we were playing in the A team were playing in the Leinster Junior League in Dublin. So every second Sunday, like I was 18 or 19, you're heading off to Dublin.
Yeah.
You know, and a couple of things happen. You go up there, your culture going up.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and...
Tractor jockey, they called me one day.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Tractor jockey.
We were playing...
Go ahead, yeah, tractor jockey.
we were playing Ballymun Athletic one day, and I was marking a fella, and he's...
In the flats, yeah?
Yeah, in the flats, in the flats. So I was marking this guy anyway, and an aeroplane went over from the airport, you know, and he says to me, "Hey mate, there's a bleeding aeroplane. Did you ever see one?"
There's a different one.
They're deadly.
Some of them are hilarious.
But the other one, we were, sure Aldo won't mind me saying this, and it's not being racist or anything like that, but this is exactly how it happened. We were playing St. Anne's one Friday night up there, and I was playing right full, and Aldo was down on the right-hand side playing with me. He was flying at the time, you know.
I forgot Aldo was a tie as well, actually.
Oh, tie town, man, yeah. But that's his business. His father's business was in the tie originally.
Yeah.
So anyway, Aldo was skinning this full-back, you know. We're all over him. Next thing, this lad shouted in off line, "Jesus, lads, will someone clock the packy?"
Oh, man.
And Aldo often tells me about that as well. He remembers it. He's only a chap at the time.
Yeah.
You know. So that's when I moved, played with the tie then for a good few years. And what happened then was, I used to go up to do a bit of training myself in St. Patrick's College, up at the Cathedral.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of lads up there who used to be up playing. So I got playing with them. And it would have been, say, Davy Cuddy, Mickey Cuddy, Ronnie Ryan, all those guys that were part of Carlow Rangers.
Were you living in Carlow at the time then?
Yeah, I'm
Carlow,
50 years down here now. Like.
Yeah.
Oh. But I was training 2 nights a week with the tie, and we had 5 kids, so I was getting tired of being away a bit, like, you know.
Yeah.
So I decided then, the boys said, "Would you be interested in coming and playing?" So I stayed training with the boys, and then I met, we had to be playing indoor. We had fair battles indoor. Bring teams down with high, playing lads from Carlow and Greg Cullen and that.
There were some great competitions, though, Mick, them indoor competitions.
Oh,
Youth centre job, was it?
Oh, my God.
Youth centre and collection.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now, there's some hidden in them, wasn't there, Mick?
Well, I'm going to tell you one thing now, right? I remember up in collection. Now, collection had a wall on one side. You know, a full wall.
Yeah.
You'd be plastered off it, like there was no holding back up there.
Yeah.
If you were shy up there, you were gone.
No room for you.
Oh, no, you wouldn't. You'd be gone. They'd be taking lads would take you off. But I remember going for a ball, a 50-50 ball. Now, that time there'd be no going back. And who was I going for the ball with? Fitzy. Fran Fitz.
Fran Fitz, yeah.
You know, he might run into an
Hall
oak
of
tree.
Famer for the hundreds.
Oh, boy, tell you.
Tough man.
Boy, Jez, he
Fit
was
too,
tough.
wasn't he, Mick?
Oh, brilliant player,
Yeah.
like, you know, great player. But I went for the ball with Fitzy, and the two was bang into one another. And I remember going out over John Doug's head into the chairs.
Oh, yeah.
Did you? Yeah.
Straight out, no, it was a small barrier.
Yeah.
Out over into the chairs at the back. About 5 minutes trying to go with these chairs. You know, I didn't know where I was, like, you know. So, but that was their wars. But that's where I would have met Terry Dillon now as well.
Yeah.
And from there, then Terry asked me would he play in the Carpenter Cup. I actually brought.
What
a
was the
picture.
Carpenter Cup? Or that?
Where did I put it? Oh, let's see. So the Carpenter Cup. I can't now hear this pop.
No.
That's the team that we. That's the.
Just for listeners, Mick brought
Yeah,
in a
sorry,
bit
yeah.
of
Yeah. It's like the
memorabilia, pictures and things
Well,
like
that's
that.
like the
and pompous
Hungarian
and
team from the 1930s.
Fran Fitz, Dinny Ryan,
Yeah.
Danny Doug, is it?
No,
No,
Jimmy.
who's it? Jimmy, is it?
Pump.
Pump.
Yeah, Pump, yeah. Blondie Delaney. Liam
That's
Delaney.
Foley in the middle, is
Paddy.
it? Paddy Foley.
Who's that? Who's that, Mick? Who was
Another
what
player.
club is it?
That was only our own team we put together.
Oh,
Went
right,
to the
for a
Carpenter
tournament.
Cup.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
He Portlaoise 4-3 in the final.
Yeah.
Where was that based, Mick?
Down
Carpenter
the
Cup?
college.
Oh, it was in Carlow. It was Carlow competition.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
yeah.
okay.
Paddy Carpenter sponsored
Oh,
the cup.
oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Where it ever went, I don't know. We won it with a Thai town as well. Well, actually, it wasn't a Thai town. It was Anderson's pub. God rest John Anderson. I'll give him a mention there. He was our goalkeeper. He owned the pub there in the square. He died there 2 or 3 years ago, a young man.
That's still going, Anderson's, isn't it? Still
I
up.
was in it one day. I was saying, great pub.
Great pub. It's
Yeah.
up for sale now.
Is it?
Is it?
Yeah, it's up for sale. John was our goalkeeper, very good goalkeeper, like poor old chap. But to see the jerseys, right? We had no jerseys before the match.
Right.
Jim Moore from New Walk, you know Jim?
Yeah.
Jim went up and got his under 16 jerseys, belonged to New Walk. That's what they are. We could hardly get into them. Look, lucky it wasn't now.
Painted.
Lucky it wasn't now.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was
Brilliant.
That's that bit anyway.
So, like, I know, obviously, you're a great man for the stories and that, right? And you've a rich history. You've mentioned your 50 years in Carlin before. I'd say you're in soccer nearly same length of time, right?
Yeah, of course,
If not
absolutely,
longer.
yeah, absolutely.
What are the standouts?
Standouts of achievements, like
Well, standouts that you remember that stick in your mind. It could be something someone said to you. It could be you seen someone or something you did in a game or a result you would have got. Just something that sticks in your mind. Because I know obviously it's a long time, right? I'm not trying to roll back the clock around for you, but I think that someone always has that standout thing in their head. Be it something small or big, but for you it's the standout.
Yeah, well, I suppose first of all, winning things. You know, if you win something, it'll always not them all. Some of them might be a little bit more important than others. You know, and they stick in your head. And my very first one was when I went to manage the young lads in St. Pat's.
Yeah.
What happened was I finished managing the A team for the year I was there and finished playing, of course. And I went down to as Terry Dillon calls it, the Ibrox, the pitch beside the school pitch.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
called Ibrox because there's a Protestant graveyard beside it.
Yeah.
So Terry calls it Ibrox. So I went down there I was on the committee with St. Pat's for the buying of the new grounds and that.
Oh, brilliant.
So I had to go down with documentation to see Tom Hennessy. Tom had about 30 young lads. And when I came in, of course, we're talking around, he said, you wouldn't be interested in taking these lads, would you? I don't want to train them. And I did. So we built a team that time, and we're very, very good. Turned out a very good team. You know, we were raw at the beginning, of course.
Who was in that team, Mick?
Who was on that team? I'll tell you who was on. The best juvenile that I ever had, Barry Brennan.
Oh, Barry.
Yeah.
Barry Brennan was centre. Peter Murray was in the goal.
0.5% fat in his body.
Barry Brown's the unit.
Yeah, well, Barry Brennan, Peter Murray, Terence Hockney.
Terence Hockney, yeah.
Two
Where's
centre
Peter in the goal?
Peter was in the goal.
Good goalkeeper, Peter was.
Peter, good keeper, very good keeper, yeah. Who else would it? Colin Price was on it.
Pricey,
Excellent player, yeah.
Good player.
Good player. Who else was on it? Anthony Gall, Paul Doyle.
Paul down from the Island.
Yeah,
Anthony Gall will be first cousin of Chris Gall's.
Yeah.
yeah, good
Is that
player.
right?
Yeah, good player, yeah. I think who's married in?
Nicola. Is that Nicola? Mark Timmins married her his
Correct,
sister.
correct, that's it,
I know
yeah,
him,
yeah.
yeah.
But
He's
anyway,
actually, I think he's a
so-
Crystal Palace fan, I think, or something like that.
He
Or,
was own Banner, yeah.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. But they were a good chap. Brian Coss was on it.
Brian Coss, yeah.
Yeah, all them lads. But we started off anyway, and we're in the league. New York had a very good team, so they won the league that year. And we played them up in St. Dipness. You remember the pitch they had up in St. Dipness? Yeah.
You used to take a corner, hit the tree, and fall in the goalie's hands.
Remember? 100%, yeah, that's it, yeah.
Quick corner, hit
It's
the tree,
nearly
the
worse,
goalie like this.
nearly worse than electric wire used to be in bottom glass going
That's in
across the
bottom glass,
pitch.
yeah.
But anyway, we the beat is 4-0 in the league on a Saturday. And 3 weeks after we were playing them in the under-12 Kilkenny Cup. The cup down in Kilkenny, the League Cup. And we would have been, 20-1 outsiders. So we went down anyway, and there were about three bus loads there from New York, and we had maybe 20 or 30 parents and a few people that came to look at it. So just after 20 minutes, John Lawler scored a goal. Jack's lad, how the numbers.
Yeah.
No,
John was on. Yeah, John was on that team as well in the middle
Never
of the field.
injury prone, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
He was very good.
Good old player. Yeah, good player. So anyway, it was like the Alamo after that, but they couldn't score.
Good, you know.
They couldn't. We were 1-0 up, but they couldn't. But they had Simon Ray would have been playing on that team, and
He was very good.
great player. Like that was a great New York team. But we got over winning 1-0,
Yeah.
and that was one of the things
the stands out.
that stands out. One of them anyway. Then, you know, as you say,
That flip around on Mick is a great memory. Like
That's a long
from
time
being
ago,
battered
and-
in the league game, say,
it
to switching it the other way.
was unbelievable.
Yeah.
So it makes it stand out, all right?
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
that's how I never
Yeah.
forgot it. You know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I remember just and a youth story as well. With Hanover only just starting. We played Parkville over there in the bit. It's 9-0 in there. I think we were on our first year of youths together. 9-0.
You was a player, Pop.
Yeah,
Okay.
player.
yeah,
Then we come back and played them in the Platts. We togged out in Oogie Williamson's house. There was no dressing
very
rooms.
good. Yeah.
Togged out there, out through the back gate, out into the pitch. Barely beat us 1-0. That was the progress after making.
There you go.
Played them in the cup final. Played them in the cup final, and they beat us on penalties.
Oh my God!
But from 9-0
to penalties
over the course of a 12 or 14 game, with zero coaching, just desire to get better.
Yeah.
Do
Desire
you know
and
what I mean? That's a
commitment.
standout memory that I'll always have as a Hanover Harps lad.
Oh,
Like the way it's
absolutely,
It's
yeah,
like the 4-0 game to the 1-0 game you're winning.
absolutely.
You know, it's just,
Oh, yeah,
you'll never
yeah,
forget
yeah.
it, like.
No.
Yeah.
You talk about tugging out in your man's house. When I was playing, I used to have the yellow van. You don't ever remember me driving the yellow transporter.
Silo's wife fan is Johnny when I remember.
No, this is the yellow transporter, right?
Yeah.
And a mobile dressing room. 8 lads, 9 lads tugging out when it was raining, like down, and you can imagine what was going on in that.
I know, yeah.
You know, but anyway, that was, and then that was the first one, and then I suppose come very, very close was the last one. I didn't do it in last season. I took the season off to go and look at a few games. The under-15s that we had.
That's
down
right,
at
yeah.
The day we went up to St. Kevin's Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was very special, you know.
Yeah,
Jesus.
said that.
Massive.
So, like, what happened, we were training on the Astro, and I was finding my son Jason, my son-in-law Jason Rycroft. Now, Jason was the manager. I was just doing the training and that. Jason, very good man.
Gentleman,
what
yeah.
he does, he's very good, like very organised, sees a lot that you wouldn't think he'd see, you know, he's a smart guy, you know. But anyway, we decided that we were training for the hour on the Astro. Now, we were losing maybe 10 or 15 minutes doing warm-ups, so we're only getting about 45 minutes. And we could find in the matches, the last 10 minutes of every match, the other teams were scoring against us.
Fitness.
I mean, and we had them, we were working them hard enough, like, you know. So we decided we'd go to the grass outside after every Astro pitch and train on the grass.
Yeah.
Do you remember that, Podge?
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
And we'd go for half an hour. And we'd let them run with the ball, run without the ball, run with the ball, run without the ball. So the proof of that was then, we played St. Kevin's Boys. I'll talk about that game if you don't mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
In a minute, like. But we trained for 20-25 minutes on that. The first couple of nights, lads were going mad. Oh, we don't want to go out there. It's mucky, it's heavy, and it's long grass. And
it's not what they like, is it, Mick?
no, that's not what they like. No, the other thing is too attractive, it's too comfortable.
The one
the
whipping in balls and
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 smooth
shooting.
pass, and you know, everything is brilliant, like, you know.
Yeah.
But after a couple of weeks of it, the lads would say, Mick, are we going out to the grass? Because the lads could feel themselves getting fitter and
better.
stronger.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So signs are we went to play St. Kevin's Boys, 1-1 at full time, went to extra time, and we scored in the last 10 minutes of the extra time because we outran them, outfitted them.
Still running, like.
Still going. Now,
To 4 weeks previous before that, 10 minutes to go in the game, you're dead in your legs.
dead. And we came along, the same thing, Pop, we were playing Hanover, you probably were up at the game, in up in Killeshin in the cup final, the under 15 cup final.
Yeah.
And he led 3 times.
Yeah, that's
we
right.
brought back to 3-3, went to extra time. And young Shane Gurphy, in the last 5 minutes at extra time, got a magical goal again, you know.
Yeah.
But the one in St. Kevin's Boys, there's a busload of young lads. Were you at Podge? No.
I wasn't at, but I've seen the video.
I have it at home, and I look at it. I'm looking at it I don't know how many times.
Yeah.
But when that goal was scored, every young lad from Greg Cumberland came up on the bus. There was 50 of them.
Brilliant.
They invaded the pitch, you know. And I had to go to the referee, and I apologised to the referee. He said, listen, don't apologise to me. Let them enjoy it. Lovely guy.
I love to hear things like that.
Yeah.
Lovely guy. Nicest. And he came over, like, shook hands after. He said, I have to say, it's the best match I've refereed in years, and I've enjoyed so much.
Yeah.
But that was a great moment, like, you know. But in regards to picking up bits and pieces, that should be told. Your man, Jerry Smith, who was a good friend of mine.
Yeah. Jerry
was over the Irish junior team. Said you slipped through the net on him. I told you this story yourself anyway.
Yeah.
He was manager of the junior team, the Irish junior team, and he saw you playing the Oscar trainer team down in Parkville. And he rang me Monday in work. Said I was down there looking at whoever, I don't know who you were playing or whatever anyway, but so there's a Paul Dowling playing. I said, what sort of a player is he? I said, he's a great player, good lad, Pop is a good lad. And he said, what age is he? I don't know. I said, you may find out that.
He was close to 30, I think, at the time, yeah.
And he came back to me and he said, I would love to get him 3 or 4 years earlier. Oh, I'm giving you a compliment.
Yeah, no.
And that was from the highest. This man was the coach there, manager of.
I met him a couple of times. Yeah, he's a nice man.
Could have been a contender, Pop.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we all know that. Like, but he said to me, if you're in a row and you're lying on your back and there's a lad boxing, you may stay boxing when you're on the ground.
Yeah.
Same in a football match.
Yeah.
You're on your back.
Yeah.
You've got to stay fighting, stay fighting and battling, even when things are going bad. And that's a little thing that I never forgot.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
you hear sayings of people like that, though, Mick, that just you'd never think of saying yourself.
No.
And you're like, that actually makes complete sense.
Absolutely, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you have to. You have to stay. And I mean, I know I came from Division 2 up into Premier twice. But after that then, in the Premier, it was big struggle for me in both clubs, both with Collection and Castle Rangers, because we just, first of all...
I tell you what, a mark of respect you though, Mick. Your teams were always fit and dogged.
Yeah.
I never liked playing Collection, Mick.
You'd never... Without, I'm not being disrespectful to the players, of course, but like,
I know,
but you're like, you might get outplayed sometimes with a piece of a better player might beat one of your weaker players. But if you did a running session, you're not last.
No. If
you wanted to fight, you're not last.
Oh, that's what I say. Like. The battle, you'll always get the battle into them. You know,
it's just
get them
you
to
were a couple
believe.
Of players short in them teams.
Oh yeah,
that's all it was.
Yeah,
you know?
Just when we got promotion with Collection, we lost 6 players that finished the season. The last game of the season was 6 starters.
Yeah.
So here I was, you know, in trouble. But I'll tell you another good one as well, right? When Castle Rangers got promoted, we won Division 2 with Castle Rangers. Then
who was helping you there? Were you on your own that time? Or
no, I'm going to. Actually, I was only doing the training, the coaching.
Oh, right.
Larry Brennan was the manager.
Larry,
Okay.
yeah,
a good man.
Yeah.
Larry is a good man, and the red lad, Kieran Martin.
Kieran, brilliant. Yeah, he's
Man's
involved
a
in
genius.
our club now.
Yeah, he's up in involved.
Yeah.
But I got on great.
He's
with
a great club man.
Was he involved at Hanover now, was he?
He's
yeah.
Juvenile chairman.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Good brain, good man.
He's supposed to be a great player.
Good player.
Yeah.
I used to, you know, you get into old games when you be up there, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd be surprised now.
Yeah.
You know, a good player, yeah. But we won we won Division 1. No, we won Division 2 and then went into Division 1, and we won it the first year. We could have
very unusual.
We could have done with staying.
Okay.
In Division 1.
Yeah.
To make yourself a little bit stronger, sort of.
Yeah, exactly, you know. So
were you low on numbers?
Well, we won
squad-wise?
our first match, right, in the Premier League was against Critty Yard on a Sunday morning up in the
Youth
Centre.
Brilliant.
Right? Oh, what a start, right?
Yeah, brilliant.
So, and you talk about...
Nice handy one.
Lovely handy one, yeah. So, we went anyway, and we had to change the old formation. Division 1, we were mostly 4-3-3, you know.
Yeah.
And Division 2, because I had good old strikers, but they changed this. You're afraid of your life, like, you know.
Yeah.
So you're sort of go fierce defensive.
Who was your striker? Duggan?
No, I tell you who the striker was up on his own. Willie Kelly. Do you know Red Willie Kelly?
Ponty?
I don't know what to call him.
Willie Kelly?
Yeah, he plays a bit of golf, doesn't he?
Yeah, Willie Ponty,
Yeah, from Ascalon's there.
Oh, Willie was playing.
Yeah.
So anyway, game went off anyway, and about 20-25 minutes in, ball in over the back of the Critty Yard defence, Willie onto it like a shot, boom, back of the net, right?
Blow it up, ref.
Another Alamo job, right?
Yeah.
But we held out, right?
Okay.
Now, this is the funny part of it, right? Clock rang me that evening. The clock was over at Oscar Trainers.
Yeah.
He said, have you many players have you for me? You know, jokingly and all like that. No, I said, don't get too excited with this one now, PJ. It's only one game, right? We never won another game till after Christmas.
That can happen in that division.
Never won one more game after that.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. That was the big relegation battle as well. But we stood up. We never got relegated in my life.
No. Did you not?
Never, no, thank God. But by Jenny, I was close.
But you never did.
No.
Yeah, but it's an attribute for to keep a team up.
Yeah.
It's something that you install in a team throughout the season.
Yeah, I remember years ago when myself and the Red Lad went down to Kilkenny to KCLR. They asked us to go down and do an interview.
Yeah.
Now, we were bottom of the table.
Yeah.
I don't know why they asked us. You know what I mean?
Who that, with Pats?
No, with Castle Rangers.
Oh, Castle Rangers, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Did you come out of the blue, was it? Was there a big
just-
game coming up or anything?
No, well, we had no big game anyway.
Yeah.
No, we did. Every game was a big game.
I know.
You know what I mean?
No, but I mean, like, was it?
Yeah.
Was it a?
No, we got to the Carlow Cup final though. That year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Terrible unlucky in that as well. But anyway, we went down to Kilkenny, and your man said to me, "What's it like down in the relegation zone?" And I said, "Well, I'll tell you the way I look at it and the way I see it. If you're up on top of the table and you're second, you're going to kill anyone for points,
Yeah.
right? You're going to do anything to get points to win it. When you're down at the bottom, you're going to be worse because you're going to try and kill everyone to get the points down there."
Yeah.
So what I said to the lads, this is our top of the table challenge down here, which it has to be.
Yeah.
Mini league kind of thing.
Yeah.
A league
Oh,
within
it's
the league, yeah.
a league within a
Yeah.
league, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, that's the way it is.
Yeah.
Because if you say to yourself or let it into the players'
But
minds,
that's been realistic, though, Mick.
that's
Like I did that 2 years ago at Hanover. It was a two team league. Us and Ballymurphy. And if we
Right.
can beat Ballymurphy, we'll
Stay
stay
up.
up. and that was it.
That's it.
Came close in a couple of games, got battered in a lot of them. It was hard to take, but be realistic and say, right, look at what's the best way of staying up. Win them 2 games.
Oh, yeah.
Focus on that.
That's it.
Yeah.
You've no choice, you
No,
know,
no.
and that's the size of it, you know. But we stayed up. Then we got to the Carlow Cup final, Critty Yarden final.
Donnelly's great yard, was it? Tom Donnelly's.
4 nights, yeah.
I don't know who was over it.
Anyway, okay.
But we went to full time 0-0. Went into extra time. 2 minutes, about 3 minutes to go. They brought in a chap, Darren Ayres.
Darren.
Now, he had been out injured, that chap. He had a bit of a serious injury.
A goal-scoring machine from midfield.
I had a great best goalkeeper that I had in all my coaching senior. I got Niall Connolly.
Oh, Niall, yeah. He's out Tullow originally, isn't he?
No, he's a Thai man. A Grange, over in Grange in a Thai.
Oh, is that where he was? Did he play with Parfield, I think, did he?
Oh, he did, yeah. I think he's living down there.
Oh, is that where he was?
Yeah, but
so
I knew Niall from over in Thai direction, you know. We had no keeper, so I approached him and I asked him, and he came. We had him in the goal. So Jesus, he put more balls from the far end out of the youth centre. The balls end up in Bagnallstown.
Yeah.
They're on the back of the train. He was there. He had to tell.
Yeah.
Did you ever see him kick a dead ball?
I played against him a couple of games. Not too many, but I played against him a couple of games, yeah.
But Niall was brilliant for us.
Good goalkeeper.
Brilliant. Well, he played in goal for Kildare under Mick Daragan.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Is that right, yeah?
Oh, he did, yeah. Well, God, he did, yeah. He played in Crow Park now under Mick. But anyway, I had Niall, and Niall was brilliant for us.
Presence too.
And
He always talked, you know.
He's
like, you could be battered or you could be dominating, but his volume is
hear
still
him,
the same.
Yeah, and you'll hear him
No
every.
matter what you're winning or losing, Podge.
Yeah.
Like, no, there's some lads that were getting back 2-0.
Yeah.
You go quiet.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
And if he's winning 2-0, he's still the same. He's a very good player.
A great player, yeah. But he got caught then. Your man, young Ayres, came in that time, and he was about 30 yards out. And he back turned to go an overhead kick up into the clouds and dropped in over back in Niall's head into the far corners. 2 minutes to go.
Sickner.
Yeah, but sure, look, we weren't favourites for it anyway, by
No,
any
but
means. But Jesus, we were there with a
either way
chance.
though,
When had it went to penalties, like, sure, could have been anyone's game,
sure.
you know. But look, I got beaten 3 Carlow Cups.
Did you?
Yeah, I did, yeah. One with Pats. Parkville bet me when I was with Collection.
In the
We beat
final.
1-0, yeah, in the final as well. Mickey McCartney was playing. Mickey would have been our engine, you know,
Oh,
yourself.
that's right.
Mickey, yeah.
Savage player in the
Numerous
midfield.
times.
Cheers. Game was not 10 minutes. Clattered into him, bang, Mickey off, gone.
No way.
Gone 10 minutes, so that changed the whole complexion of that game, I can tell you. But it was a sloppy old goal they got, but the beat is 1-0, so.
He's playing the 35s with us.
Yeah, I know.
He said to me, my wife is always laughing. I said, why? He said, you're always saying I'm fit as a flea. And I said, sure you are. But he is fit as a flea.
Oh, she's not picking him, like, you know.
But it shows you his attitude, Mick. We were training the night and he's carrying a little bit of a knock before the game tomorrow. He came up and he did his band session while we were doing the running and the training. Just to say, I'm involved in the session. I said, not going to chance the leg.
Oh, yeah.
But great. So positive.
He was my captain in Collection
Yeah.
for the 7 or 8
He's
years.
a good lad.
I never changed. He's some leader.
Yeah, he's a
What,
great.
who did he play at juvenile for? Did he play any juveniles?
No, he didn't play much juvenile. He used to be around the pitch. Actually, now that I think of it, I would never have thought it when you mentioned it. That team that I had under 12, it was under 14 after that. He came down a couple and he got into the goal.
Go ahead.
I think so. But I don't remember him as a juvenile now.
Remember that in the 35s were stuck for a goalkeeper?
I remember him
secret is out, Mick.
I remember him getting a belt up in Collection one day, a fairly hefty belt, straight over into the stream. Remember the stream? There's a little stream.
Yeah.
Leg down into the stream.
Yeah.
If I back up, I'm going back in, not a bother him. You know.
It's as good as any medicine, really, isn't
Oh,
it?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Just I found that Collection side in my 3 seasons, the Pats and you were a Collection at the same time. Like, you were very hard to beat.
They were good.
Like, I always found it a war.
There was a pitch on the road, was it near the Mart?
Oh, yeah.
Pitch there.
I was never on that one, no. Yeah, there was one
There was
there.
a pitch there,
yeah,
wasn't
halfway
there?
up the road,
Yeah.
that's right, yeah. But you'll talk about commitment and that, and I have to tell you this. When I was with Castle Rangers, we were sharing the pitch with Carlow Rovers, correct. We couldn't get the pitch till 9:30 on a Thursday night to train. We often left that pitch maybe 16, 18 lads. We'd leave it at 12 o'clock at night.
Nuts.
That's what them boys put in. That's when we won a league, had a league won by Christmas. 20 lads leaving the pitch at 12 o'clock.
That's a commitment, isn't
Just I often went to the bed at home and you're hard to be bursting now. You were well asleep about 5 o'clock, you know.
But that was the commitment. Called that, Mick.
Huh?
2 large mackerels.
Oh, yeah, that poured on your chest. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Grand. What's your, like, obviously, again, you're in the game a long time. Even at junior level, you're in it a long time, right? shapes change all the time, systems and styles. What's your understanding of the best way to approach a junior game? What would be your go-to, say, shape or system?
Right, well, I suppose down where I was for years and up into the Premier, it will change, you know. And I've always found that players the players that are available to you will have a big say in the shape you're going to play and the formation you're going to play. I always found that. So if you have a lot of defenders, say, or more defenders than attackers or whatever,
defensive-minded
players, and that, you know, that'll have an effect. But my favourite one was always 4-3-3. I loved 4-3-3.
You play one with two ahead of them or two with one?
Yeah, no, I play 4-3. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Now I found with the under-15s for the 2 year, we were getting losing battles in midfield as well. So, which I didn't like doing, but I had the players to do, the two main players. So I went 4-1.
Coach loves this day, don't you?
That's mine, yeah.
Yeah, well, we went with that.
Yeah.
Now, we had a Spanish chap that would sit in the number 6 in front of the back 4. Savage, big chap. He's
Rodri.
Yeah. I can't think of the chap's name, but that's neither here nor I know his name. But
I know, I've seen the chap. Well, I did see him last year. He's a good player.
Good player. He got across the pitch, mopped up everything that came in around
simple,
here.
Nice and simple, that's it, yeah.
Protected the two centre halves, brilliant. Got across then if they were coming out wide. And then I had the young chap up front, Warwick. He's gone up to you. He's gone up to your youth. Now, that team totally dispersed. I don't know why, but that's another day's work. But Warwick came to us and he was very average, like, you know, but you could see he had huge potential.
Something in him.
So we work with him as an individual. You know, we gave him extra few minutes, 10 minutes here and there and all like that. And he ended up like another Niall O'Donnell. He would cover, or Aidan Cooney, he would cover the back 4 on his own.
Without even giving instruction to him.
He would, if you know, this short ball coming out again.
That's the key to playing that shape, though, Mick.
Oh, that's the secret.
Your 9 has to occupy.
Oh, well, this man had a stride on him. You wouldn't even see him moving and he'd be on top of you. Now, he could be with the centre half and he'd be roll out, say, to the left or right full. Within 2-3 strides on top of him. And he got more goals of him and had more assists for us. So that's why I went for the 4-1, really, you know. I wouldn't have been a great tactician now, to be honest with you, going back in my early days, and I'm not going to say I was. I often played...
It was fairly bog standard in though, Mick, in fairness.
It was
4-4-2.
A flat 4-4-2. It was pretty good. Now, when we were with Castle Rangers, another man I mentioned now, he wouldn't be on the Leicester trainer team or anything like that, but by Jesus, he got Player of the Year in one of the years. That was the Gadget.
The Gadget.
Good player.
Good player.
I'm
played with Harps as well, didn't he?
Played with Harps. He was played with.
Yeah.
We played him in the semi-final, I think, of that old FAI area job. But the Gadget came up, right, to us. When I went to Castle Rangers, the time I went to Castle Rangers, right, I got cotted. I'm going to tell you this story as well. I sort of cotted me, right? So Paddy O'Byrne came to me in the tavern when I was there looking at Match of the Day, doing nothing, finished with doing retired. Paddy O said, would you be interested in coming up and giving us a hand to train the team? And I said, "Yes, Paddy, I'm finished, like, you know." And he says, we're in Division 2. We don't want to go down anymore. Like, I don't know whether it was a Division 3, but... So I said...
It was 4 divisions then.
4 then,
So, and I said, but I tell you what, Paddy, give me 2 weeks.
Have a think about it.
Yeah, and I thought Paddy'd forget about 2, you know. No, he didn't. So Paddy O then came back.
Nanny elephant,
yeah. 2 weeks after, so we're in Division 2, and I had said to myself, like, in the 2 weeks, I said, that won't be too bad now. It'll be nice and enjoyable, and, you know. So but just anyway came back to me and I said, right, I'll take the job, Paddy, we'll go ahead with it. Went up to the youth centre, about 50 lads up there. I think Lazarus even was up there. He rose from the dead. There's lads I never saw and never heard hell of, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, when the training started and got heavier, a couple of lads dwindled away and all. But we ended up with 3 or 4 weeks. Next thing, Paddy O came back to me, Mick, the Carlow League are after contacting us. I don't know whether there's a team pulled out of Division 1 or because we're after signing so many players, but we're going into Division 1.
Oh, lovely.
Without kicking a ball.
Yeah, without kicking the ball, yeah. Happened. So, in actual fact, we got from Division 2 into the Premier in 1 year. That was good.
2 promotions.
Did have Lazarus.
Yeah, that's true as God. Yeah, that happened. Yeah, so, anyway, but formation-wise, sorry, that's what I was going to say. I had 4-4-2 then.
Yeah.
And I had the Gadget, and I'm a bit like Billy Connolly. I'll start rambling. You might keep in mind, forget things, right?
Oh, that's brilliant.
But We had Aidan Cooney, not Aidan Cooney, Keith Duggan and the Gadget.
Keith had some feet, hadn't he?
He was one of the most gifted natural players I've ever seen.
He'd leave you silly.
The time I was with Pats, Keith was with me with
That's
Pats,
right,
right? And Gerard Bickerstaff was over Oscar Trainers.
Yeah.
And he came and he said, was there any chance of getting Keith to come with the Oscar Trainers? I said, jeez, I'll ask him anyway. So I did, he asked him, and because Duggan went, they went up to play the Air Force up in Dublin.
Yeah.
And they won 2-0.
Yeah.
Duggan scored the 2 goals. But he didn't go back after that.
No, I've never been involved in it. He used to meet him as an old man.
He's a savage, one of the most gifted players.
Natural though.
Natural.
Yeah.
I saw him scoring goals.
Yeah.
Like that year, anyway, the Gadget came to us, and if you passed the ball to the Gadget, his first touch, the ball had landed McGaney.
Yeah, first touch to pass.
Oh, be the Lord God. But Jesse worked and worked and worked. Between Gadget and Douglas scored 75 goals that year.
Between each other?
Between the two of them, yeah. Gadget got Player of the Year up in the Seven Oaks, and Duggan got highest goal scorer.
Yeah.
And I think there was only 2 goals separated the two boys, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was over
75 goals?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
That must be a record.
The Gadget was some
He'd
man.
go all day up.
I don't mean this in the wrong way, but he put work into some centre halves and into some goalkeepers. I don't mean he broke them up, but by Jez, he would go where no man would go.
Would, yeah.
Yeah, he was a good
he was
lad.
brave, wasn't he?
Brave, yeah, you know. But as I said, everyone is not Oscar Trainer players,
No,
but you have to admire the lads that will come, do the 2.5 hours every night, give you 200% on a Sunday. That's all you want to ask for, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's a measure of success as well, Mick, when you can identify, say, as you mentioned, Division 2, right? And you can identify what you need to get you to Premier. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it is them. It is them characters. It is them players that will get you there. I know from my time being involved in Division 1 with Vale, we probably would have been better off in the Premier.
Yeah.
With the players we had.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because we didn't have the
More
Gadget.
room to play, sort of, yeah.
Or we didn't have the lads that are going to go out there and die, the Mickey McCartneys and all. We didn't have them. You know, it's a massive difference. It's a massive difference, especially lower down in the leagues. You need them.
It's a trait that some really good players, the technical players, don't have.
Yeah, it can happen, yeah.
I watch players all the time in Carlow, and the really good players will fight to get themselves back in the game. But there is some players in good teams, the top 2 or 3 teams, that are really good when they're winning 2-0, but really, really bad when they're losing 2-0.
Yeah, no good to you.
So it's no good in the big game, is it?
No, it's no good any
You go
game.
to an outside competition, you're going to Dublin or you're going to Wexford or somewhere like that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's a passenger straight away.
Oh, straight away, yeah.
Unless you score the first or second and you go 2-0 up.
If you go
But
behind,
if you're no, I have to close the press from 5 yards to 2 yards, to muscle with this lad, to talk him out of the game, to nigh him, to mess with him, to do anything you want. They're the lads you love.
Oh, yeah.
With the ability.
Well, be my type of players, you know. Now, with the ability, you have to have the ability, of course, but you have to have, for me, I'd always be dogged about work rate, you know, and not stop, don't give up.
No.
Well, I think that actually trumps your shape. Because it doesn't matter what shape you play. 4-4-2, 4-1-4-1, 4-3-3. If your remit is work rate and hard work, the first thing is the closest man goes to get the ball. So that could be a 6, an 8, a 10, a left winger, right winger. And the shape doesn't matter. Because you're passing on responsibility. We're a hard-working side. We're going to graft. Okay, it might be set up midfield, but if the fullback has the ball and you're the closest person to it, get there. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You're also deluded, Podge, if you think you're going to get. They're just going to let you salter through the game.
But lads would do Pop.
Well, some lads think like that.
Do you know?
And then when you say to them, come on, you want to work hard enough. Sure I am.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Or not.
Yeah.
I think it beats all.
Yeah.
I think it beats all.
Oh yeah, he might run around the field all day, but put one tackle in for you.
Yeah.
You know, that's different. But I tell you another thing I always loved, and I always try and do it if I can. But my right full back and my left full back will be the fastest lads having the team.
Why is that now?
Because I love to see them getting down the line, and then having the pace to get back.
Recover.
You know, and there's not. Just my own personal feeling. There's nothing as nice to see maybe a right full back speeding by his own midfield player. His own midfield can sit in anyway, you know, cover for him. But to see him hitting from the halfway and hitting I love fast lads out wide.
Yeah. Harder to pick up as well, aren't they? They're harder to pick up if they're arriving late there.
They're going to turn their other full back stomachs going to get sick looking at you coming down at him.
Yeah.
You know,
the lad ahead of him might be a bit more technical, not as fast. But this lad is like.
Oh, I like that. I always like
up and down.
I'd always, you know, whenever you have the young lads there, any age level, you always see who's the quickest. You know, I would, and see where he like to play. You know. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that behaviour. You know.
Do you have an eye for a player? Do you think?
I'd pick out a player, yeah. I would, yeah. I didn't do anything this year, but Nicola Timmins, Mark's wife, asked myself and Jason to give her a hand with the community games team.
Oh, brilliant.
So I went down for the 5 or 6 weeks, and one young lad there, minute I saw him, I said, "Yes, this lad's a good player."
Yeah.
And I'll tell you who, you know, Paul Gibbons, the player with Strefford, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's young lad, he's up as you.
Yeah.
He's playing with you, James is his
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
He's going to be some player.
Yeah.
And then I was at a New York game, my own 2 grandsons.
He's excellent, so he is.
Isn't he a good player?
Yeah, he's excellent.
He's a great player now, lovely little chap, no word out.
Yeah.
Hard worker, get in, 2 brilliant feet.
Yeah.
You know, but there's another young lad I saw a few weeks ago, my own grandson, Tommy Murnane, Claudia's little lad, playing up in New York, and they were playing, and a little chap was there, brilliant player. So I made it my business to find out who he was, because he caught me eye. And there's a grandson of Nipper Burns.
I'll go away.
God rest Nipper.
Oh, the shop.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what the father's name is. He drinks in the Irish chap. Is it Niall or no? I'm not sure what the chap's first name is
plays
now.
the squash. He's running the coffee shop there, isn't he? I
don't know that.
I can't think. I know you're talking. Well,
Young
he plays
lad,
for Pats.
you'll mark it down. He's very special now.
Is he?
Oh, yeah. I'd have a night for... yeah. Well, look at different players in different positions. A good centre half.
Yeah.
You'd see him. So would you, like.
Of course,
you'll be around, you know, more than I do even, you know. But I like last year, that's why I didn't do anything last year. So what I did was then I used to go and look at the Bobby and Tommy playing. Ross's young lad plays with New York, Caden. So I go up and look at him playing.
He's good as Ross.
Huh?
Is he as good as Ross?
He's a good chap. Left foot, totally left foot, yeah. After turning into a very nice player now.
Ross was a very good player, mate.
Yeah, he wasn't bad, yeah.
Ross was a good player.
Yeah. Ross, yeah. Elliot was better.
I
I would not say better, but
He just did, Mick.
well, so what I say, he
No Christmas dinner for you, mate.
That's Father's Day. Elliot played with Pats for a couple of years, under 12 and 14, under the guidance of John Dollard. Do you know John Dollard?
No.
John Dollard looked after the team, a very good man, and Colm Kelly, both of them. Colm Kelly. But Elliot would play. So they won the treble in Kilkenny. And then they left Kilkenny and came back to the Carlow League, and they won the double in Carlow. He was a good player, he played sweeper, centre half or right full.
He's
A good player, yeah. And Ross was good. Ross did out at the crucial event.
Cripple injuries,
yeah.
Straight him then, you know.
Yeah.
Jeez,
It's hard to come back from that, Mick.
I remember it. I remember he went in. I remember
There's a lot of rehab, a lot of work.
we went
and
and
a
played.
lot
I
of
tell you.
trust in your leg.
Oh yeah. Oh well, this is how it happened.
And
Pop,
terrified
right?
to miss some work then.
He went in for a tackle, right, and busted his knee. I remember over against St. Felix. No, nothing bad. I think it was himself and Dockett's, Brian O'Rourke.
yeah.
No, there was nothing dirty. Two of them
No.
in for the one ball. 2 of them got broke up. Pulled Ross out anyway, and jeez, my knee. But it came back right. You know, nothing wrong with it that time. About 3 months after, we're up in Killeshan, a high ball came in. He was playing right full. He went up to headed the ball and went down, bang, down the heap. Crucial gone. So I brought him to Santry, and then your man said some other ligament had been damaged a few months earlier. That was in the tackle.
That was that one.
He never got a check because he said it came back right. So you know
Had the leg weakness,
know yourself.
yeah.
Yeah, did you? He had no support on that side at all. You know. So, but yeah. But that's what I did last year. I went down and looked at Pat's playing. Scott was playing with Pat's there a couple of games, and
You love watching it, don't you?
I love it. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I nearly enjoyed. Now there was a good bit of pressure on us with the 15s. That was a fairly heavy old season, I have to say.
Tough league, wasn't
Well,
it?
they won the league. It was a tough league.
league.
Down to Bagnallstown, 2-2 draw, tough games. Couple of up to Crete, tough games. Nothing easy, you know. But we won the league and won the whole cup, and then we got to that. Now, let's talk about knowing everything. We beat St. Kevin's boys, and then we drew Cabra United down in Pats, and they weren't half the team.
Kevin's were.
Of Kevin's. 1-1, and I wanted to win the game, so we got a corner, pushed everyone up. They left a little small lad on the halfway line with 2 of our players.
Who they had brought on?
A rocket. Next thing they got the ball, bang, our 2 centre halves were good chaps.
Yeah.
Turn, bang, gone your man. In on top of Luke. Now Luke's a great goalkeeper now. The man knew what he was doing, tucked it away in the corner, bet 2-1 at home.
Yeah.
And
You went for the game, did you?
I went for the game.
It's a great
I made
game
a
of
terrible
soccer, that
mistake.
was. That was a great game of football.
Made a terrible mistake. You know, and I for weeks and weeks after.
What do you mean a mistake? It's still 2v1 though, Mick.
But the 2 lads were slow.
Oh, you didn't have your...
I didn't leave a bullet of a lad back.
You were on about your team previous to where you're saying really good fullbacks.
Yeah.
fast ones.
That's what I should have
One
left.
of them should always step back.
I should have left one of them.
Yeah.
You always leave a quick lad back, a real quick lad.
He reads, and
He
the lad who's physical marks normally.
Yeah, exactly. Our quickest lad, said a right full, Polish chap I had, he would have caught him.
Yeah.
You know, but sure.
I actually brought this point of the pod episode week 2 or 3 or something. Remember we said, I don't know if we said it on this or I said it to you privately, but I said, you watch the teams on the television, the Real Madrids, the Man Cities. Who stays back if they're taking the corner? Bernardo Silva and...
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It could be the really good players, Modric or...
Yeah.
The small lads who can't header the ball.
That's no
When
point
the
in having
ball
a
comes out to them, their first touch is dead.
Oh, yeah.
First pass is normally brilliant.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And look at the Champions League final. Who scored the goal?
There you go.
What's his name? The right full back for Madrid.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't
Wouldn't
know.
be big.
You see, you have
to
to...
have big, in regards to him winning the header or Modric. Who's going to win the header?
Oh, yeah.
It's him.
Of course, 100 times.
This is a common thing I see a couple on the television all the time. I said it to you, didn't I?
You did, yeah.
I said the most technical players stay back.
But
Because if the ball comes out, if the opposing team wins the header and comes out, boom, it's a really good next phase of play. Rather than defender has it, it's not as good in the ball as like a Modric and say, I'll just pump it back into the box.
Yeah. But you have to be thinking of everything.
Oh, you have to, but the good players don't think.
Oh, yeah. No, but even on the line,
Yeah.
You have to be thinking of everything.
I don't,
isn't it?
It did for a long time.
Yeah, no, I know. But
like, it's a different scenario if you score from a set piece.
Yeah.
Do you get me? If you score from that corner,
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
different
Well, but sure,
scenario.
the game was over then.
You could have had 4 lads back, 4 of your quickest lads back,
Yeah.
and he still might go in and score.
Oh, I'll never know that. No,
do you know,
anyway.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Like,
no, Gino Campo said, if my grandmother had wheels, she'd be a bike.
you have, as you mentioned, you have been involved with sides where you would have went through bad periods. No, you've never been relegated.
No,
right?
thank God, no.
Thank God.
No.
But you have gone through bad periods. What's the ideology behind picking lads up and getting lads right and trying to stay in the fight, like?
Yeah, well, I've been in that position a good few times now, in fairness, you know, so I think I would never change anything. When I start the season, whatever I start with, now as a trainer, doing a bit of coaching or training, I'd be putting in fair commitment, fair time, you know. Like I said, with Castle Ranger, there at 12 o'clock at night, and anywhere I go, I'd always be there early and set up. I'd always be there before everyone else, set up, ready to go, work hard, right? Now, when it starts going bad, if you start changing your policy, I think players will see that as well. So you've got to say to them, listen, we've got to stay doing what we're doing and do a bit extra. And you have to have, I suppose you have to try and get belief into them. But you don't falter yourself. I would never...
Keep the bar high.
I'd never falter or start saying we're done, we're in trouble. Not to get negative. You can't get negative. I don't believe you get negative. Or if you show signs, for instance, say you turn up late, say you're down in relegation area, and if you start not bothering, you know, and you start, they'll read that straight away. All feelings from you and anything that you give out, they pick it up. So if I start arriving late, maybe 10 minutes late, and all the lads are waiting, there's nothing set up, or we say you're finishing your train at 9:30, you finish at 9:15 when you're down in a bad place. You can't do that. You've got to do maybe even say, right, lads, we'll stay an extra 10 or 15 minutes. But I don't know what I ever did, but I've been in relegation places 3 times. Maybe got out maybe by a point each time.
Yeah, but you're getting out, ain't
but
you?
barely got out. But got out, yeah. So I would say, don't change anything. Keep believing in what you're doing yourself and try and convince the lads, you know, that what we're doing is right, it's going to work. Like I said, we won the first game in the Premier League.
1-0 against Creighton, yeah.
Yeah, and then we never won
after Christmas.
7 games. Yeah. Now, another thing we did with Castle Rangers one time, Dicey Riley, great man for organising things. No, it was a great man with Castle. And Dicey arranged a trip to Liverpool for the whole lot of us. No, we went. See, Liverpool were playing, I think it was West Ham or someone. And a few drinks was had and all like that. But we came back after that and we won the first 3 or 4 games.
Bonded.
I think that's massive.
Lads bonded. Now,
lads don't do it enough.
No.
Lads don't do it enough.
Well, you'd have the same 3 or 4 in each team that would always meet each other for a pint.
Yeah, that's right.
Or something like that.
Yeah, that's right.
But in regards of if you have an 18-man, we said this before the season, an 18-man squad, you will not get 12 of them together.
No, it's very important
Unless
if you could.
A cup final.
Yeah, that's right.
Victory.
Yeah.
Cup final loss might
No.
be the same, but
I can verify that.
I go back as far as the tie. I remember when playing with the tie, and you talk about lads being tired and resting. We used to meet at 3 o'clock on a Saturday. Right, now playing in Dublin Sunday morning, we're leaving at 9:30. We'd meet about maybe 8 or 10 lads. And Silock will verify this for you anyway. Like, and we would go down to the car park in front of the church and play for an hour and a half on the tarmac at 'em before a match and that would be 8 or 10 lads meeting every Saturday, and we would go out then Sunday for a few pints. There was great camaraderie there, and like we built Dicey's trip to Liverpool, built that as well, and it worked the peach, and we went.
There was one in all in over there, though, wasn't
and
it?
we went the following year as well,
Yeah.
So it was great, And the thing up in Collection is a little bit different for me from any other. It's just a sort of a family club up there.
Yeah.
You the support of, like, you have Ian Brennan and Danny Brennan up there and all his family, his sisters and all, coming to every match. And then a lot of people, when we start winning a couple of matches, we got great crowds down there, people coming from the houses down.
Yeah.
So that was creating a great old atmosphere for us, and keep it going for you, So
It's hard to, like I've been in, like what you've been in, Mick, it's easy to say it when you're winning, to try and get like you don't have to say much to get like going. But to keep saying it when you're down at the bottom all the time, you feel like a parrot, you're repeating it all the time. And you're actually questioning yourself and going,
yeah.
Is this actually going into their
Is
heads?
it working?
Are they listening to
That's
them?
what I'm going to say.
Is it bouncing off them?
Yeah.
Is the fear coming from the fact that are they receiving this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this been received? Do they understand the severity of this? Is it been received?
Like, it's a big, are they hearing it or are they actually listening to it? It's a big difference.
Yeah, or they're saying to themselves, he's after saying this for the last 3 weeks,
I know, yeah.
and we still lose it.
Then your question, is it time for me to go?
Yeah, well, I'm reading a book at the moment. The
Bible.
I only read all autobiographies, but a man, Kevin Heffernan, the trained the Dublin.
Oh,
team,
yeah.
right, and he left the Dublin set-up, and I just read it there during the week, and the reason he left was because he was getting tired saying the same thing to the players. Excuse me, right? So he assumed then the players were getting tired listening to the same thing coming from him. So he went. He had enough talking done.
Yeah.
He could see it wasn't registering, wasn't doing the job. So because he was getting tired, he assumed that the same was with them.
Yeah.
And he walked. So
Well, I think that's what separates a good lad from a bad lad in relation to management and coaching. If you keep doing the same thing, you're not getting the response, it's time to go.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
You have to know that.
Yeah, but you be able to identify that as the big thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're not just hanging around. If you're not
lads would, Mick.
Oh yeah. Well, I when I left Castle Rangers, I was at the 6.
Was that your longest stint with the club, Mick? Castle Rangers?
No, Collection.
Was it Collection? Yeah.
Collection was 7 or 8 years. Yeah.
Was it that, Lynch? Yeah.
It was 7 seasons, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was 5 with
Castle Rangers.
Yeah. But it's great, just I'm had to be very lucky. They're great old times over it,
Yeah.
You'd always, like myself, like when you go out for a pint in the pub, you'd always meet someone wouldn't you, Mick?
I was in
Dun. Play with or
I'd like to tell you
coached,
about. I was in Dunn Stores. I was out in Breda a few weeks ago. I'm pushing the trolley around, and this chap came over to me. I don't know whether you remember him now, Podge, but anyway, I'll tell you his name in a second. And he 6'2" or 3", about 30-something years of age. He says, "Mick Daragan, is it?" And I said, "It is, yeah." "You don't know me?" I said, "Jesus," I said, "I don't. I may tell you the truth." I said, "I don't know you." Anthony McElroy.
Oh yeah, from Ballylinen.
right?
One of youth's double with Pats. He could have been on the double team. He was a good player.
Well, I had him at 12. He used to come into me at 12. At the same time, I think.
Do you have Munley then? You have Munley
Ross Munley and
Henry.
Henry, they come into me as well.
Three unbelievable players.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But Anthony McElroy, big tall lad,
Yeah.
We went down to play a ball glass on Saturday, and I had Anthony up centre forward, and he was playing on a lad the same height as him. The man wasn't giving Anthony a kick of the ball, right?
Yeah.
So I took him out and I put him out middle of the field. So I'm like putting the smallest lad I had in the field. He's up from Collection as well. A fella by the name of Philip Shanahan.
Oh yeah, no, Philip Shanahan.
Remember
Rapid.
Oh yeah. Small, right? Yeah. I put him in the big lad. 2 penalties in 5 minutes.
5 yards, first over 5 yards. Yeah,
that was that. We had to hide the referee in the bus. No, the bus referee, I won't mention names. We gave him a lift over.
I know you're talking about.
We had to hide him in the bus. The boys were coming after him with sticks and everything. We're down under the bag of gear.
Anthony McElroy was a good player.
Decent. I met him and he came over and shook hands with me, and I was delighted. It was very nice. The few words he said to me were very nice.
Lovely.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Ross came in with him that time. Ross Munley.
Yeah. Ross was some soccer player, wasn't he?
Oh, jeez, he was great, yeah.
I reckon he was a better soccer player than he was Gaelic player.
He's a brilliant soccer player, yeah, very talented.
Yeah, he's very...
You talk about that goal during that cup final.
Jesus Christ, I thought he was a good missile.
Yeah, he's a good player, great player.
Yeah.
Henry wasn't bad either, to be fair.
Oh, Henry was very good as well. Yeah.
Henry was over a tie.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, correct. Yeah. Well, I used to leave work. Yeah, Jason. I used to leave work our bachelors during the winter when it was getting dark. I'd leave I'd go in at 5 in the morning, and I used to leave at 2 or half 2 to get home. And Ross's daddy would have them in. 3 lads would be in waiting for you in the field. That was out in Roseland now.
Yeah.
The boys would be in there waiting to go.
Yeah.
We trained then maybe 3 o'clock.
Colin was a goalkeeper, was he?
Yeah, I wasn't in my hands. I didn't do that.
Colin was a bit younger than him,
yeah. Good. I don't know. Good. That's the wealth of football, isn't it?
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
You know, around some great.
There was
players.
always some nice players around Ballyleen anyway. I got 2 lads over when I was at Pat's. Brian Quinlan was very good, and Alan Keogh. Jesus, we're brilliant.
Was yeah.
Was it David Dunn played down there as well, or an Ollie Dunn or something like that? He was always winning top goals.
Donny Brennan played for them as well.
Did he? Yeah.
I remember Donny Brennan played for Laois.
Did he? Yeah.
Very good, yeah. Very, very good.
But the little bits and pieces like that, you know, that a lad will come to you. I was in the Seven Oaks. I got the old manager here, and Lee Murphy. Lee was on my under 12 team, 14 team as well.
Yeah.
But anyway, under 14. But Lee got his award for Carla Player of the Year. We were sitting there, me and Brady came over to me. Only for you.
Yeah.
That's for you.
Lee Murphy.
Yeah. One of the nicest words ever said to me.
Yeah.
You know, and Jesus was great honour. Like nice thing to happen to you. You know.
He's a good player, wasn't he?
Yeah, we went. I owe them St. Kevin lads a bit, and anyway, that time I went up 2 years ago.
Well, that's right. Remember you telling me that?
That was some story. I was on the B team of that age group that you were over.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Mick didn't think it was good enough for the A team.
I was a bad judge of player.
I'd say you're a good judge of player, Mick.
No, he was. He was spot on.
Outside the door, I'll show it back into you. I know. But Mark Timmins was in the goal in that team.
Seamus Doug, Bobby Doyle.
Yeah, Bobby Doyle.
Emma Moore.
Goich.
Pa. Smullen, Aidan O'Rourke.
That's right.
Some side.
That was a good team. Yeah, I have a picture of that team at home. Yeah.
We won the double year after, sure.
Yeah.
Brendan,
I was with Brendan
McLaughlin.
I left.
You could open up a soccer library there with the photos you have at home.
I have a few. Yeah, I have an old briefcase.
A few.
That's
yeah.
brilliant.
Well, I didn't
bring you already up with the photos.
a container up the garden.
So I know the story you're going to tell about that trip to Kevin's anyway with that group. Go on.
Oh yeah, we went up like
up to the AUL, wasn't it?
Huh?
Up to the AUL.
Yeah, but they beat us 5-3, you know. So we owed them the guy that
what was the 10 or 15 years in the difference, was there?
Oh yeah, I never forgot that.
More, was it?
It was, wasn't it? I don't know.
We were 13, string 39 now, so it would have been 26 years ago.
Well, when we beat, when we beat the Kevin's lads,
never forgot.
Never, no. And your man came over. They were very nice to us, the Kevin's lads. They brought us over
to some setup, isn't it?
Some setup, pop.
Brilliant setup.
They brought us over for tea and sandwich, and all the families were there doing it. But your man was over came down and said, that's a great little team you have. He said, congrats. Well, I said, I tell you the truth. I said, I owe you it. It's a revenge mission. I said, you caught me here over 30 years.
No, he
was only a younger lad.
He was probably playing.
He only half my age. You know. But the funny thing about that game, I was going up there afraid, these lads. And now Luke was in the goal for us, Luke Dooley. Luke Dooley's a left foot, right, and he'd put the ball 80 to 90 yards down the field.
And accurate as well.
And no senior player will head it coming down. There's just that much power come down out of it. So I said, our old plan used to be, the first 6 or 8 balls look long, right, and they're going to sit back then. These are long ball teams. Then we can make a bit of room then for our full backs. Then you give it to them. And then when you pull them back up, you go back in over them again. And I said, these lads are going to be playing out from the back now, like Manchester City or something. They had a goalkeeper who was kicking it longer than Luke.
Go ahead.
Did they?
Honest to Jesus, yeah.
And very unusual to be coached in Dublin like that.
Yeah, and I wouldn't mind only he went to play with UCD 2 weeks after, so I don't know where they pulled him out. Oh yeah, he was 6'2", this chap at 15.
Wow.
A very good goalkeeper. He wasn't good enough to keep out Mark Buggy's goal.
Good little player, that chap, Buggy chap. Wasn't he?
He was a class
He left
player.
as well. He went on as well.
I went back down last year, you know.
Yeah.
I had offered to do, I won't tell lies, I offered to give lads a hand.
Yeah.
I couldn't get back into it. The team we had totally disappeared.
Yeah, just went.
We were left with about 5 players. So anyway, it didn't happen.
Oh,
So
that 15s team.
Yeah, done the double, yeah.
I think 2 or 3 of them went to Hanover.
Yeah.
Mark Boogie went out to Joseph's, down the division, and so did the other chap, young Gurphy, that got the goal against.
Yeah.
Oh, we lost a lot of players, and then Davy McDonald's son went to Spain. Zach, Savage player,
So, Wexford, is it?
he moved house down to Wexford. You know, so they were a very good team, though, weren't they, Budge?
Yeah, very good side.
Very
They were
good
actually
side,
a good side.
You need to see a team like that just gone, isn't it?
Nothing left of it.
Yeah.
But sure, it happens though, lads. You
Yeah,
know,
so-
you need the formula to keep lads. And
Secondary school is a lot of that.
Yeah.
Because their friends are playing with someone else. I go with you then. I think that does happen, you know.
Lunch
Yeah.
together, playing together. all
Yeah,
that
exactly.
stuff.
Yeah, that's it. They pal around together in school. So I don't know where they went, but then we lost. One chap was from Bottinglass or somewhere, Rathville. He stayed over there, like, but which is fair enough.
Yeah.
But
But you nearly tell by a young lad. Like I've a couple of young lads in that Hanover squad, Mick, and for love nor money will they ever leave Hanover Hearts.
yeah,
That's the God's honest truth.
yeah,
What?
but that's great. Like, you know.
Yeah, it's great, honest to God.
Yeah, yeah.
Unless
It's rare though, Pop.
but it's rare.
It's
yeah,
rare.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
It's
It is,
rare.
yeah. I'm not saying they're not loyal, but they do get. There's different things attract them to different clubs.
Of course there is,
and,
yeah.
Like for instance, like I'm not being personal or anything against Hanover Hearts, but two of the chaps that went up, I think the Barcelona trip
Yeah.
may have tempted them up.
Yeah.
You know, it's
yeah.
a sort of a carrot, like, which is
Of course
fair
it
enough.
is,
And
yeah,
sure,
yeah.
you go for it yourself.
Well, and I'd be an advocate to say you can't blame Hanover for that either.
oh no, it's just the name
Like
of
so
the game.
saying Pats or who else should be saying, well, here we may
Yeah.
go
Well,
away.
if I
know.
saw Hanover Hearts player and he was a little bit iffy, I'd be working on him to get him down to Pats. So that's the
Yeah,
name
of
of the game.
course.
Like,
Sure, look,
Yeah.
I know.
once you're not blackguarding altogether, like, you
Oh,
know.
yeah.
yeah. So once it's within the rule book, you can.
Yeah,
Work away.
1st of July Pop is open season. I'd say you broke
think
the
he
rules
doesn't know?
already.
What do you mean?
Look at the
I'd
smile
say
on him.
what do you mean? What do you mean?
Who says that?
I always like that this one, Mick. In your length of time, again, I've gone back to length of time. I'm trying to make you out to be a.
I know, it was
Finished,
sort of
but-
reeling in the ears a bit.
It
the
is,
whole
isn't it?
programme.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, it was
Steadily.
fair enough.
Most changes, biggest changes in the game. Let's focus on the junior side of the game. What's the biggest change you've seen from when you started to now, say?
Right. Well, I suppose the obvious one is playing out from the back. You know, this game of two lads in the box passing it to the keeper and trying to play it out, that wouldn't have been in the game years and years ago with me, or I wouldn't have had any time. No experience of it.
Bad pitches too, Mick, though.
Terrible. No, I
You
was
know,
all.
in Astro, I know was.
It's okay in Astro,
Yeah.
100%. Go to, I won't not name close, but a bumpy pitch, long grass.
There's loads of them around, yeah.
Oh, there is, yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, my biggest fear of it, you have to have 5 or 6 players around that area with fantastic feet, good touch on both feet, a good turn, and know what's happening, right? I would have a fear of that. Now, as I said, we'd pump. When I was playing, the same as, we were playing before you would, I was playing right full back, left full back on my life, say. It wasn't all hoof, but it would be long ball. But then, if I was right full and I was out on the line, and Dinny Ryan is in the goal with us, and Dinny sees you free, and no one near within 10 yards, he will give it to you,
Yeah.
and you will take it.
Yeah.
You gladly take it.
Yeah.
But being sort of, we played Clonmel in that under 15, in that FAI Junior Cup. We scored 4 goals, and they created 4 goals for us.
From playing out from the back.
Playing out, yeah.
But see, I'll tell you now what happens there, Mick. It's coaches. I blame the coaches. I don't blame the players, right?
No,
for
yeah.
them.
I'm not blaming
Because
anyone. I'm just.
I'd love to ask them coaches who force that on players. Why are you doing it? Why are you doing it?
Yeah.
What's the reason you're doing this?
Answer that question. Yeah.
Can you tell me the answer to the question? Why are you doing this?
What's the
And
benefit of it?
I guarantee there wouldn't be. Pep Guardiola's doing it.
The what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite
that's,
possible.
That's the answer.
The last
They said.
coaching
Yeah.
course I
They'll
was
see it
on, we were
television,
doing
but
it.
They'll never give you the answer.
Or the last
But
court.
that's where they've seen it.
Yeah.
I done my C licence.
Yeah.
My D licence.
Yeah.
They were doing it on that.
Well, I watched a training session last night. I was up in Killesh, and Tommy and Bobby were playing a Gaelic match, and I went up to look at it, and there was a training session on. It doesn't matter who it was, because I don't know who it was. And they're adults, right, training, and they're 3 groups training. And I watched it for 10 minutes, and they were doing short 5-yard, 6-yard passes. Now, they were intricate, like they were in and out and moving and all that. And for the 10 minutes I there, I always say 10 sessions, 8 of them broke down. And I was saying to myself, if any of those players are playing in the back line, in the box, they're going to be in trouble, But that's just that's one change, I'd say. I'm not anti, don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking it. if it works and works perfectly, it's brilliant to look at.
Yeah.
But the two will work, it won't. So, but that's that's the first change I see now from the time I was. Secondly, tackling.
Okay.
Well, like when we were playing back, like when I was 18 up to 28, you could tackle left.
Can't anymore, Mick.
No, that's gone out of the game altogether. And the judge, if you got a clatter back years ago, you get up and I'll tell you a good story now, right? It's not on the up, but Silo came to me a few years ago. They were in trouble, Stratford.
Yeah.
And they had no one to train the team. Silo was sort of looking after himself.
Yeah.
So he called to the house and said, Mick, will you give me a hand to train the team? I was doing nothing. I said, right, I'll go up and we'll do it with you, you know. And we went up and I was 54 years of age at the time. I'll tell you why I remember that.
Yeah.
But anyway, Aero Og players nearly all on the Stratford team. And Aero Og were going very well in the Leinster Championship and that. So
They suffered with the Gaelic players, didn't
they did, big time that time. But anyway, what happened was 2 or 3 of the A team were training. There was about 15 of the Stratford B team, right? But anyway, we went down to play Parkville on a Friday night. Could have been the second last game of the season as well. I'm setting Siler on the line. We had 9 men. So I tugged out. I said to Siler, I had my boots on me, you know. I said to Siler, I'll play right full. But just here, young Keegan came, so we had 11.
Charlie.
Young Charlie came, had 11. I said, that'll be grand, I don't want too much.
Yeah.
No, the game was sort of irrelevant to us anyway, you know. They were safe enough. I'd won a couple of games before that. So anyway, game was on 10 minutes, 15 minutes. This ball came in, I went to head it. The young lad came out of nowhere, set fire to me. Right? I was on the ground for about 5 minutes. I gasping, I couldn't get my breath. The young lad was sort of half laughing at me, you know. But anyway, I got up, you see. And at me free, someone took the free, and the young lad was standing beside me. I said, by the way, I said, I have your number. And he says to me, Jez, he says, you may ring me because you won't be able to get me. I said to Silo, that's it. Never again.
Have you seen much developments in your personal development from coaching? Have you changed at all?
No, my coaching now, the coaching courses I did would have been Kickstart 1, Kickstart 2, and maybe Kickstart 3.
Okay.
And the next one then was to go to Limerick for a week to go on to another badge.
Youth search,
And I couldn't do that. I was a maintenance fitter and badge. I had 5 kids, so I didn't go. But I went back a few years ago with Collection. They sent me back for 2 courses down to young Cody, what's his name? Gary. Down to Tullow. I went down for 3 courses down there, you know. And he was laughing at me as well because
soup, he did, beef and what?
No, I got nothing at all. He did the first Kickstart 1 with me.
Oh, go ahead.
Gary, and Brendan Powell. Another great man.
That wouldn't even have been Kickstart, Mick. That would have been level O. That would have been old.
Was it? Yeah. Well, I have them at home in the briefcase now. That's Kickstart 1, 2. But anyway, but that was mine. Now it's changed totally. But I wouldn't have changed much of mine.
Yeah.
I did a week with Pats. I tell you who came over from. Who did he play with? Was it Watford? Jimmy Gilligan. Did you ever hear tell of him? No.
Was he Palace? No. Was it the Dermot Hennessy came over from Palace?
No, I don't think it was Palace. You could be right now. He scored a hat-trick anyway against Liverpool in a cup game.
Right.
I thought it was Watford. Anyway, that's not here.
Yeah.
So he was over for a week from England, and I took the week off work, and I went out with him, and that was the best week's coaching that I ever did.
Just shadowing him, just seeing what he was doing.
He was sort of coaching. I was over the young guys at the time. He was telling me in all his drills, and all so basic was unbelievable.
Yeah.
He was a believer in passing, first touch, and movement. And they're 3 things that, you know,
will always be in.
Jimmy Gilligan. Jimmy Gilligan. Did you get him, Pop? Yeah. I think he has a coaching thing still going, has he?
Head of technical development at Watford.
Watford.
Watford. You're probably right.
Yeah. But I used to go for a few pints with him after, up the Seven Oaks, and that. A lovely guy. Got on real well with him. A good lad. Everything was so simple, you know.
That was a good step from St. Pat's, wasn't it? To recognise that and bring him.
Great. He was brilliant.
I remember I was at one of them as a player years ago. It must have been like 10 or 11.
Yeah.
And I think your man that done it had a hook on his hand. I can't think of his name.
Captain.
Yeah.
You come in a car or a boat?
No, I swear to God, that's a true story. No. Why he's taking the piss on me?
Do you know what one of the best coaching sessions you'll get?
Go on.
And you know what it is. Going to matches.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Go to
Absolutely.
matches, see what the winning teams are doing right,
Yeah.
and see what the losing teams are doing wrong.
Yeah.
Take note of them and try and, if it's your own team or any team,
Yeah.
and try and
Do
work.
less of what they're doing wrong,
Yes,
and more of what they're doing right.
It's
Yeah.
as good as any
Yeah.
coaching
Yeah.
course,
I'd agree with you 100%.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Going to
100%.
matches. That's why I like going to matches. You don't just go to look at the match. You go to sort of, pick up bits and pieces.
Oh,
and-
observe. Observation.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And
I
we
love
said-
going watching a good match. I love watching, like, being honest, I do, like,
Yeah.
Hanover and Hartman, but looking at that in your walk team is brilliant watching them play.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
love
I,
watching.
It's just
I was
the way
only
they
there
play,
twice
like,
now.
they do.
Yeah,
They're really, you go back to what you're saying is, you have to be able to, lads with good feet, playing out from the back.
yeah,
They have two things which is crucial, which is trust and ability. You'll often see Dotsy passing the ball into the 6. This is a small studio.
yeah.
Your man will be closer than me to you, but he still gives him the ball.
It gives the confidence to give it
And
to
it
him.
goes back, bounces back, and he spins and he's gone. He's the far side of the player. Mightn't be for the first 10 or 15 minutes because your man is in the game still. But if you walk a one up, I'm not chasing him, fuck that.
Yeah,
And then that's when the room comes back
Comes,
from your walk.
yeah.
And that's when
Their,
they punish you.
their ball retention is something
Yeah.
I've never seen in
Ah,
a junior
yeah,
team.
Yeah. Yeah.
but he has the confidence. He knows the ability of the player he's
Yeah,
giving it to.
Yeah.
You know,
but
and
your man
that's-
calls for Mick and he's like, there's 2 yards between them.
Oh, yeah.
I like to see lads, like young lads that I'm trying to get better with Hanover. And, oh no, he's been marked. But he's not marked.
Trust
He's
him.
not.
He's behind, yeah, oh, yeah,
But
yeah.
they'll eventually get it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it'll make them a better team.
Oh, yeah.
But
That's
it's trust and ability.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah, But
honest to God.
there's another terrible important thing I always feel for young lads, and I don't think a lot of people do it, or in coaching and that, learning young lads how to shield the ball.
Yeah.
If you have a young lad that can shield the ball, get his hip and his arm into the right place
Yeah.
and keep the other lad away from it. If you start that with a young lad under 10 or 12, guarantee you by the time he's 16 or 18, no one will
Yeah.
get a ball off him. It's not done a lot, sure it's not.
No.
No.
No, I've never done much
No,
of it
no.
myself, and I've often been sorry when I see players shield, like some little Mikey up there in Critty Yard, shield
Yeah.
the ball, little
Yeah.
small.
I remember,
that-
like Alan O'Brien didn't play much. Like he was more Gaelic oriented, but not for love nor money.
Would you
The
get a
ball
ball
went
off?
in there, you get the ball.
That's
off.
brilliant.
And I'm telling you now.
If you learn
Yeah.
young lads that, you should,
Unbelievable.
five minute
But
session,
he was
throw
like
it
that
in.
since he was
Yeah.
a young lad.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
a couple of years younger than me, but he was like that since a young lad. And it's little nudge,
Yeah.
ball. Clever at that age, and just stuck with him the whole way through.
Oh yeah, it's unbelievable.
You
Yeah,
know,
it's a very
crazy.
very important aspect of the game. And there's another little aspect of the game that I think we used last year, and a lot of lads don't heading the ball. Now, I
Yeah.
know there's a little bit of a fear
Timing
of
is
head-
crucial in that, don't make.
But
Like
there's
you can be. Like I said it. We named players before. Blackjack was a fantastic player.
yeah,
He's not 6 foot.
yeah.
Hutchie was a fantastic centre half. He wasn't 6 foot.
David
Yeah.
Walker.
Davy Walker
Oh
wasn't
yeah,
6 foot.
without a doubt,
They're
yeah,
the best header. Dotsy's really good in the air for this New Walk team.
yeah.
Mikey Byrne, he played centre half. He didn't lose so many headers, I promise you that.
Oh, yeah.
Because his timing.
Timing perfect.
Yeah.
But you have to do it with young lads. You have to do it with them.
Yeah.
Like if you were playing a game and next thing you say you take note, there's 6 crosses gone in, you head out none of them.
Yeah.
So you've got to work at that. And if 3 games on them, when the 6 crosses go in, you head out 4 of them.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a terrible difference.
Oh, massive,
Isn't
yeah.
it? You know,
Yeah, massive,
now
yeah.
I know people are worried a little bit about too much hand, but the balls are lighter now. They're not the concrete
No,
blocks.
they're not.
You
Well,
know,
it'll be gone.
And
Heading will be gone within 5 years.
yeah,
of
I can
two-point
imagine
soccer.
it will, yeah. But while it's still there, it's a thing that can lose a game for you, especially
Yeah.
juvenile, if you're not
Oh,
doing it with
yeah.
them, you know.
Mm.
But
But they just don't. They don't
do you think
time
it'll be gone, Podge? Yeah.
I think it'll be gone in the next
Oh, heading.
3 to 5 years. Be gone from. I think in America it's already been rolled out in the States. That's concussion's a massive thing.
Oh, yeah, huge, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Concussion is massive, and it's
There's
getting
a lot
bigger
of
over
cases
here.
of it, isn't it?
Like Kevin
Yeah.
Doyle, who would have been international centre forward, obviously. He done an article on concussion there a couple of years ago. I read it, and he reckons that heading the ball as a young lad has affected him. Like,
Yeah.
Do you remember them metre multiplexes balls?
yeah,
Unnatural.
It's like
Like
bowling balls weren't as heavy.
Like a set of turf, like, you know.
honestly,
Yeah.
on a cold morning, you're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
would wake you up.
Jesus.
You had a few pints.
Oh,
The night before,
It was
ball.
always-
The
it was
way the
always,
ball
um,
was.
oh, yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, you know.
it was always a topic though. Any early coaching course I done, heading was always a topic.
Was
you
it,
could, you could do an hour on a heading session.
Yeah.
Like you could design, especially for kids and things like that. And I think it'd be silly to lose it because, as you said, the balls are lighter and it is a part of the game. Like,
Yeah, well, I suppose, if there's one person gets affected from heading it, it's one too many. So,
Yeah.
you know, you could be right.
It
you
doesn't
could-
matter how many doesn't get affected.
Yeah,
It's
no,
the one that doesn't
it's
get
the one,
affected is
yeah.
the one to talk about.
That's the one that'll come after
Do
you,
you know what I mean?
and-
It says, look
yeah,
at him.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what happens if you
That's
keep heading the ball.
That's what happens, yeah, exactly, you know, so...
yeah.
Do you go and watch the current Leinster team in the tie at all?
Over in the tie, I do, yeah.
Yeah.
I went over, not much now, I won't tell you lies. I think I went over twice last year.
Good. I haven't seen him yet.
Very good, yeah. Good,
I said it good.
Pats played him in a friendly 2 years ago.
That's right,
I went over to that as well. And a couple of good players on it, yeah. It's lovely over there, you know. Yeah, like, I don't go enough now, you know, unfortunately.
It's good level, Mick, isn't it?
The other team is in the Carroll League, aren't they? Just their second team is in the Carroll League.
And they pulled out, Papa.
They're gone.
Oh, they're gone, are
They
they?
pulled out about 4 or 5 games.
I went down to see them playing down in Pats twice or 3 times.
Yeah.
All due respect, but they were poor enough, they weren't strong enough, really, you know.
I think that a few lads let them down and things. I think
Yeah.
that, because I think Ian Foley was involved.
Ian was involved,
Obviously,
yeah,
no,
that's
Ian-
right. Yeah. Ian's brother was playing on it as well, I think.
Yeah,
the other
'cause
chap.
Pat Purcell's lad. Stephen was playing as well, I think, was he?
Stevie
Oh,
Purcell was,
Pat
yeah.
Purcell's lad.
Was he? Yeah, I
He
don't know
he's
that.
living in a die.
I think a few
right,
lads let them
yeah.
down because we had played them, say, in a friendly the back end of last year, their B team, and they were good. They would have been in the middle of there because they were summer soccer at the time, right?
That's right. They came in
And-
fresh, didn't they?
Yeah, and they were good.
Mm.
They were a good side. Like I think we beat them 2-1. But he had told me that night we were going to Carlow, and I said, "Jeez, you going first division?" He said, "No, we're going to second division." I said, "She'll blitz that."
Yeah.
And he just lads let him down, just didn't turn
Yeah,
up or
yeah.
whatever, and you know, it's a shame, really, you know.
That pitch in the time, Mick, is fucking huge, isn't it?
Oh, big pitch, yeah.
It's
Cheers.
as wide as it is long.
Aldridge Park, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Poor old man that was over, that was the caretaker, Frankie Aldridge, God rest him. And
That
he
what they named it after.
yeah, oh yeah, he was the
They were
caretaker.
the last round in the shed,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
indoor
An
Astros.
indoor one,
Oh,
yeah.
it's
It's
a
about
good-
7 aside, 8 aside more,
Yeah,
is it?
oh, it's a great joke.
Yeah.
I used to bring the collection lads over to it, and
Training, yeah.
when they had no Astro, we were down in the mucky, but they were down with the sheep, training with the sheep in the
yeah,
dark.
yeah.
So the only Astro at the time, Mick, was the ones in Pats.
Oh, that's all, yeah.
Yeah.
Them little small
Yeah.
ones, yeah. That's right. But I brought the boys over once or twice now to the indoors. Oh, it's very good now, it's
Yeah.
not to say. Do you use a lot for parties and everything for
kids,
kids
parties.
playing
Birthday
parties?
parties,
Oh,
yeah.
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 And they use it, football use it, hurling were using it, and rugby
Yeah.
and everything. They were using it for all sports, you know.
I tell you, Mick, I used to love the youth centre. Competitions in it, I used to love it.
Which one?
Like
Indoor?
the indoor, I
Oh,
loved it.
Jesus, they were tough
Like,
going.
that would set your touch. If
Yeah. We won
you
that
want to work on
once.
your touch, that's it.
Yeah.
It was brilliant.
We won that. Set and Silo had a team. Well, Silo had a team. I can't. So that was old Anderson's again. That was called the Carol's Tournament. Not the Carol's
Carol's
cigarettes.
Tournament, that's right,
They sponsored it.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah, there was fair hitting in that.
oh sure, there was Dublin teams and all down in that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everywhere in it.
yeah.
Honest to God.
I went up to look at a match up there one night. The boys in Greg were playing.
Squad
Clock.
of 7, 5
Go ahead.
5 on, 2 off.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh
On the
yeah,
week.
yeah. That's it.
No, you
yeah.
could have 8 or 9 lads, but there's only 5 on the field.
The man would have been nearly the king of it, Paul Ray.
Paul Ray, yeah.
Paul Ray,
Yeah.
they were brilliant. He was very
Yeah.
good. Terry Dillon was excellent on it. No, good on it.
Terry's a great player,
I
isn't he?
played. Oh, he's a savage player.
Yeah.
Great player. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aye, great player.
All the Rays are good footballers, aren't they?
Ah, they were, yeah.
Good soccer
yeah,
players.
yeah. But I would have played against Terry down there before in Newham.
Mm.
Oh, we fucking took lumps out of one another, like, you know.
He's still at the bar as well, I haven't seen you.
Taking lumps out of my wallet, huh?
Kevin Lacey playing referee.
We ask every guest this that's been involved, Mick. I don't think anyone likes being asked it, but your best 11
Yeah.
that you would have managed.
Yeah, no, I probably have to go with the teams I was managed with, you know, right?
Okay.
So what I said I'd do, I'd pick a couple from the 3 teams. Is that fair enough?
Oh, it's
yeah,
your
yeah.
team.
And
Sure team, yeah.
I'd be leaving out a lot of good players as well, which is understandable. You can't pick everyone.
There's no one has picked their team, Mick, that hasn't left out good players.
I know that,
It's
yeah,
very, very hard.
I presume it's 4-4-2.
I didn't funny formation, I just wrote the names down the big straight line. I have one or two.
1 to 11.
Yeah.
And we'll see now. So what I did was then I went with the Pats team first. I managed for the year a bit.
Okay.
Right, and the first player I put down with that was because he was with me from under 12 up, and he was 18 when I had him in the senior team, 18 or 19, and that was the time Strefford were flying as well. But that was Terence Hockney.
Yeah, good player.
Terence is one of my favourite players, like of all time. Like, he's a great player. And then I moved on to Gerard Cuddihy.
Good player.
I
as
know
well.
you mentioned him and all on
Yeah.
the other pros I'll be listening to, but I couldn't go by him, you know. Ross Townsend,
Oh, yeah.
one of my favourite players
Yeah.
of all time.
Yeah.
Nothing he would never stop for you.
No, sure.
Brilliant talent.
Yeah, yeah.
Anything you want, he will always give it to you. And then I had Aidan Cooney down. He was with me with Pats for the
You
while.
couldn't not pay.
Yeah, no, I know I'm leaving out, as I say, but I have down here a few
Honourable
subs.
mentions.
I put in 2 or 3 subs. That
Yeah.
allowed, that's fair enough, right? So then I just moved on to Castle Rangers.
Who's
right?
in goal, Mick?
I didn't put in a goalkeeper. Right, but I
Boys
suppose
were that good in defence, weren't they, Mick?
yeah, they're
Didn't lay in goals.
two great centre halves. Actually, tell you the truth, I forgot it now, right? But I suppose
Top of your head though, like who's the
Dinny
best?
Ryan. Dinny was our goalkeeper with when we were in Kilkenny.
Yeah,
Carlow Rangers, and then with Pats. And Dinny was a great goalkeeper.
Yeah.
he's loving the golf out there at the moment.
Is he? Yeah, Dinny was
he's-
a good lad. Yeah, absolutely. No, I forgot to tell you the
Lovely
truth. That's Donny. Just how would I forget that? Yeah, that'll tell you now.
Yeah.
Well, Alzheimer's.
That's why there's
right.
no 4-4-2 there.
That's why I wrote it all down.
Yeah.
But then I went to Castle Rangers. Now, of course, you probably have Niall Connolly. He was with me
Yeah,
as well.
yeah,
You know, two great goalkeepers. But Niall was only with me for the 6 months of with the Castle. But then I put in Keelan Canning,
Plug.
great player.
Some man in the air, wasn't he?
Sunday, anywhere.
Yeah.
You would tackle, play him anywhere, like, you know. Great player.
Did he only play for Castle?
I don't think he played for anyone else. He'd be like Mickey McCartney, never left Collision. You know.
I never.
He was with-
I'd never get it played against Plug for another team.
No, I don't think so. No, he was
He was
played
around
against him
a
nearly.
quite long time.
Oh, Jesus. Great player.
Well into his 40s, to say he was still playing,
Yeah.
was he?
Oh, he was, yeah.
Oh, easily,
was.
yeah.
I
Should never
don't
pick on him, though, you
No.
know.
What age is he? He must be around 40 or mid-40s, is he?
I think he's all. I'm 46 shortly. He's all right.
Yeah,
I think.
I'd say he
Yeah.
could be, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a great
he's
player.
around a
Plays
long
centre
time.
half.
Huh?
He was around a long
Oh, he
time.
was, yeah.
You could play him centre half.
He middle of the
Anywhere.
field when I was playing
Yeah.
in that Castle Rangers team. When I was in the middle of the field, and in the air, sure, he's not playing.
Great
Jump
man,
was
set-
just trying to read the second ball off.
Great man off set pieces. Like,
Unbelievable,
you know.
yeah.
Tackle.
And you had to block the run. We used to have a tactic that wasn't many, but one of them was like, if Castle Rangers get a corner up in the youth centre, try block the run of Plug,
Yeah.
and without fouling, obviously, giving away
Yeah,
a
just
penalty.
get in his way,
Cool,
yeah.
Cut him out like-
just stummer the run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that. He's not getting up and
And
he
the
gets
cl-
up, and he wasn't just a good, like he wasn't just up in there. He was accurate with the
Oh,
header
he
as
was.
well, like.
He was brilliant in the air. Yeah.
He'd be up and the ball would be in the air from the goalkeeper. He'd say, "Yeah, Podge down to your feet," and he'd get up over the centre forward and knock it down to your feet.
Yeah.
It wasn't just bang 50
Ah, no,
yards back
he
up
was
the field.
an excellent player.
Very good in the area.
Oh, he was, yeah. Now, if Keith Duggan down that as well, so Keith was with me with Pats as well.
Super player, Mick.
Oh, he was unreal, yeah. Everywhere I went, he came with me, like, you know, in fairness. But he was,
Did you have my collection?
yeah.
Yeah,
had
as
for
well.
a while, yeah.
Yeah.
Had for a while, yeah.
Didn't
Goal
play
machine.
enough, did he, Mick? He should have played more.
Yeah, he should. Yeah, he's an easygoing guy, you know.
Yeah,
he's an easygoing guy.
yeah.
And, but as we said earlier, one of the most talented you'd see. He was a goal machine, like, you know.
Oh,
and,
Jesus.
yeah, without a doubt. You
Well, I
know.
tell you, Mick, if you get in, 9 times out of 10 is a goal. Like.
Oh,
Whether it's going around it or dinking it or.
yeah, and you wouldn't even know a word out.
Oh,
You wouldn't even
no.
know he was on the field, you
No.
know.
Yeah.
You'd nearly forget about him, like,
Yeah.
if you were marking him, you know. And then I moved to Collection and have, of course, Mickey McCartney's my first one in. Sure, the engine of the team
Oh,
the
yeah,
whole
yeah.
time, you know. One of the best players. Talk about getting up first to arrange things and have cones down. Mickey be always up before you.
Go on.
Oh, and last man to leave it.
Really?
Yeah, he has some hunger for the game. You know.
I said it earlier on, like, I tried to sign him when I was over
Yeah.
and over.
You
I
wonder how
did, yeah, I
that,
heard
you,
you
you wonder how
say-
that develops if he doesn't really play junior or juvenile.
Yeah.
Do you know? It was late, like
yeah.
late in life he got the,
well, I
got the
wouldn't have known
fever.
until I knew him. When I managed Pats, he was playing for Collection when I was with Pats, and I
Yeah.
used to hate to see him on the field, you know, against you.
Yeah.
He had an awful hunger for it, you know. But he's a great man. He'd go and collect all the money off the lads. I never had to do anything like that. And he'd go and pay the referee, and
Yeah.
you know.
But even in, like I said to you, I knew playing against him and I knew him as a person, but never knew what to play with him like.
Yeah.
He's a good person all round.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Do you know what I mean? He's a good lad.
nice, good lad, yeah.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, yeah. Now he'd be Ben Down, he'd be Ben Down's blood, like, you know.
Yeah.
Another, like, Ben was a great player as well.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Mickey's mother is a sister of Ben's.
Is that right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I
yeah.
wouldn't have
Anne.
known that. No worry. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
that would be a little bit of.
Well, Mick knows everything, don't you, Mick?
Ah,
Can't hide him.
The
You're
memory
wrong.
man.
You're wrong. Oh, jeez, I wouldn't say that. No. Well, then the next one I put down in Collection was David Ashton.
David Aston, yeah.
Yeah, David came to us. I was there for 2 years. With David was with me for 2 years. Bit of a job getting him. We had to go out. Went out to the house. It was Ian MacDonald, and not a bit of a job, but the chap wasn't playing. But jeez, when he came,
What do you mean? He wasn't playing anything?
no, he wasn't.
And
He was
did you know
over.
him?
No.
Do you know him from previous, or did
No.
someone tell you that?
I heard
This David Ashton is a
yeah,
good player, I heard.
He played, I think, with Collection. I'm not too sure the full history, but he was in England till he was 14 or 16.
So
I
Southampton.
knew he was away.
yeah, and he was back. And so myself and Ian MacDonald went out to the house once or twice. Parents, lovely people, brought us in, sat us down, we had a chat. Went out the second time for the second visit. David came. some player, lovely player.
Unbelievable player.
Really
yeah.
nice player,
Yeah.
I have to say.
Yeah.
Lovely guy.
Very technical, isn't he?
Very talented though.
Yeah,
Two great feet.
Very good, yeah.
Read the game, moves very well over the ground. You wouldn't even see him moving, Good in the air.
Good passer.
He left him this year, did he?
I don't think he's playing. though, is he?
Injured or hurt or something,
I
was
don't
he?
know.
But he's very good, yeah. David's very good.
Yeah, super
Ireland
player.
international as well, played for juveniles for Ireland.
Did he?
He did, yeah.
No, that Posh, no fair play. And the last two I put in from Collection were two lads you'd never think of, but I had them as juveniles as well. They were with me at Castle Rangers and they come up to Collection. They're the two O'Rourke's, Niall O'Rourke and Enda O'Rourke.
Yeah.
Niall was good.
By Jesus, I tell you, those boys will give you 200% every Sunday.
Yeah.
Not a word out of them.
Physical men.
Two tough men.
Oh my God.
My God. Good players.
Yeah.
Two great defenders. 2 hours training. If you said 3 hours, they won't say a word. They'll stay there. I thought they were, for my whole career, they were nearly with me from the time they were 10 or 12.
Yeah.
12
Yeah.
anyway. Up. Two great
That
players.
was the core of your team, wasn't it?
Yeah. They
Mickey,
were.
the two boys.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And
Ian Brennan and-
like I said to you earlier, Pop, it's not all about superstars.
No.
But they're the type of players that keep you in a game.
Yeah,
They're the type of
they'll go
players.
to war with you, though.
They're the lads that get you the points down the bottom of the table.
Yeah.
They'll
Well, it's a dogfight
when they
match.
know there's a battle on for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
You want them, don't you?
Oh.
Yeah, I'd say Niall Yorkie, as he was known, was
Yeah,
tidy
yeah.
enough.
Oh,
He was able to play like
good player.
he was tidy.
and
Enda was
great
tidy
Gaelic. I had him
enough
for the
as
couple
well.
of years. Sorry, I had him for the couple of years with the Gaelic
As well, yeah.
Great old
yeah.
Gaelic
Yeah.
players.
Coach the Gaelic as well, Mick.
Won a championship under 16s. Mick was their coach,
Yeah.
Mick and Noel Fleming, and a minor B in the same year.
Won 4 of them.
Yeah.
12, 14.
Oh, that's right. You were with yeah,
Yeah, and we won the Fela.
yeah.
I was training that team as well. And then we won the 16 in the minor B.
Do you remember the year we won the 16s? Do you remember the first? We're going off topic now. Will you hear
Yeah,
this one?
well-
Will you hear this one? Do you know what I'm going to say?
No, I don't. I can't remember.
First round against St. Joseph's in Ballylinen.
Right.
Do you remember that? You couldn't drive home.
Oh, I remember that one.
I know you wouldn't
I
forget
ended up
that.
down in Waterford. I got the Boxing Day.
Do you remember that?
The row. A row
How
started.
many points were we down?
6 against St. Joseph's. And
With 5 minutes
Under
left.
16s?
With 5 minutes
Who
left.
were managing the team?
Him and Noel Fleming.
No, was that Noel Fleming? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was on the panel.
Yeah, I had a programme at home, meant to bring it up to you. I'll get it to you. I don't need it. Your name and all is in the right in it. But anyway, what happened was they had a guy, I know his name, it doesn't matter what his name is now, but
I know his name as
yeah,
well.
yeah, and he was causing a lot of problems in the first half. Bowled, and
Very bold.
bowled fella, right? And even
Playing?
Yeah.
Playing, yeah.
Dirty bold, no
Dirty
pop.
bowl, yeah. So now I know we're going off to soccer, but anyway, look,
It's a good story,
It's a good story, yeah. So anyway, next thing, even the St. Joseph's parents wanted this lad to be taken off at half time, but they put him back in anyway, and he was marking Pat Smullen
That's right.
in the first half, and came over my side, and I put Ross on him.
Mm.
So the first few minutes anyway, Ross went for a ball with him, and Ross got the ball and cleared, and the man came in and hit my box into the ribs, sickened him, So I had to go in and the boss was on the ground. Not able to draw his breath like a wind, the kidney punch.
Yeah.
And I said to Ross, next, you know what to do now? I said, I can't do any more for you. I'm only giving you water. So anyway, the next couple of balls, Ross cleared, the ball was cleared or whatever, and the next thing Ross set fire to him.
Yeah.
Right, so the two boys were on the ground killing one another. Now, the man had a yellow card, so he was sent off.
Second yellow, yeah.
Yeah.
And Ross got 1 yellow.
Yeah.
So next thing anyway, he started fighting. Right? His father jumped in over the fence. He started fighting. He struck John Hovington. And there was a terrible bit of row going on. So I was watching this lad was coming across. Big tall chap, used to play in the midfield for him. He was coming heading towards me. Anyway, so just as I turned around, here your man come bang, hit me a box into the side of the eye.
Clattered him.
Oh, it dropped me. For about 3 seconds I didn't know where I was.
Did you not?
No.
Well, to be fair, you stood there with your hands by your side.
I couldn't
I'll never
hit-
forget.
Yeah, I couldn't hit him like it's only a
Couldn't.
chap like.
And your man swung for the
wouldn't.
fence, caught him
Yeah.
right in the side of the
Caught
head.
me right in the
never
co- yeah.
forget.
So I ended up down in
You couldn't
Waterford.
hit juveniles, sure you can't.
I wouldn't, no.
No.
I wouldn't. It was different. We had a different story. But anyway, it didn't happen. So there's never anything about like, there was a replay.
Oh, yeah.
And we kicked the hearts out of them in the replay and got to the
Papa.
final and won it.
There were 6 points
Oh,
up
they
with
were-
2 minutes
they
to
were
go when this
destroying us.
happened.
Two goals.
That's right, Podge.
6 points up, about 2 minutes to go in the game, and this
Yeah.
this young lad kicked off.
Yeah.
Abandoned.
Became abandoned. Went up. Yeah, the following week we bet the shite out.
Bet the 11-7 colours just shite out.
Went on
right.
bet Portlaoise in the final.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Strably were the team that time because Colin Kelly now was playing for Strably.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And
Big Mortimer chap. wasn't
yeah,
it?
correct.
We got a lad for him though. We had a lad. We did a lad for him.
Poor Leishbeth Strabelly. Poor Leishbeth Strabelly. Do you remember that? Poor Leishbeth Strabelly in that championship, who would have been the favourites.
Yeah.
And poor Leish thought had it wrapped up. We went up and we sickened him. And
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I'll never forget.
Yeah, that's right.
Never forget that. Beat the Lampets. Anyhow, we finished your team.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, it's my fault. I brought that up. Yeah. It's my fault.
It's
Sorry.
a Billy Connolly job. Anyway, now I'll tell you who I picked on this now as well, right? The time I was with Silo and giving Silo a hand with the old Stretford thing. One chap that kept coming and training with he was an 18 player. I thought he was a great player, a good player, and that was John Griffin.
Oh, John's a good player, yeah.
Johnny Griffin, yeah. Remember at Newark?
Yeah, and
centre half, yeah. Mostly.
Yeah, he did. Went on to New York, but for this couple of months that I was with Stretford, he impressed me fierce.
Yeah.
In his determination, his attitude, lovely guy, and I thought he was a good.
He wanted to get better, didn't he?
He's all the time. He couldn't get enough of training into that man.
He could play.
Oh, he was a very good player, you know.
Would have played in the 6 there, winding down with Newark when I was kind of in around. And he was good.
He was all right, yeah.
Yeah. So I threw in 3 subs. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right. So I put in Eddie Coakley from Collection. Eddie Coakley was a brilliant player.
Yeah.
Do you remember Eddie?
He played in the goal. No,
that's
Shane.
Shane. It's just Shane's older brother.
He played up front, did he? Eddie did.
No, he played centre half or midfield for you.
Riddled with injuries as well.
Yeah, he got a lot of trouble with his old back.
Who was the long throw? Shane,
yeah.
Shane is a long
played
throw.
the goal as well. Very good player.
He played out the field as well.
He scored loads of goals for me, you know. But and then I had young Danny Doug in it. Danny was on that Pats team that we were in the 2000 in the 2 finals.
Yeah.
What a great player as well, you know, you couldn't bypass him. And young Owen Farrell, did you want to do it?
Yeah, I don't. My first Kennedy Cup squad on was on it.
Good player.
His dad, Dick, yeah.
Dick
from
Farrell.
Bagnallstown. Good player. Dick Farrell played centre half Bagnallstown for 15 years, never got a yellow card, as much as a yellow card. That's a story for another podcast.
Dick's a lovely man. Dick's a gentleman.
Podcast. But yeah, Owen was very good.
Good player, yeah.
Good player, yeah.
We Gary Lineker job.
Yeah, we played New York in a cup game. Well, this is the thing that sticks in my mind as well. It comes back to me. And New York hadn't been beaten in 15 months. Right, a really good New York team that was at the time. So they came up to Collection. Now, we used to play down at the old, the gate, that pitch there. Yeah. That was mucked to the eyeballs. So we had to make another pitch over the far side. So we're up there at 8 o'clock Sunday morning, sweeping and shoveling the sheep shite off the pitch to make it playable. It was marked and all, but the sheep were everywhere, so there was sheep shit everywhere.
Yeah.
But we got it anyway, and we beat them 3-2.
Brilliant.
And they couldn't. It was one of the greatest results now without winning anything. We got better, I think, the next round of the cup anyway. But Owen Farrell got a brilliant goal that day and was man of the match in it.
Good player,
very good player, yeah. Now the last thing I have in this is my best juveniles. Is that okay?
Yeah, go for it.
Right. So the best juvenile I ever had was Barry Brennan.
You said that, yeah.
Yeah. Now, and the reason I'm going to say, that team won the Under 12 Cup. St. Pat's brought them. Nobody used to bring them over to London.
That's right, over the Harrow.
Every Easter over the Harrow to play St. Joseph's Boys.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
We went over there after winning the Under 12 Cup in Kilkenny. Barry was centre half. Brilliant player. And Harrow were prepared to pay his flights over and back for him to play with them in the London League. At that age, yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Then I had Ross Munley. Ross was younger when he came in. But Lee Murphy, would have been one of my best juveniles as well. The time we got up against St. Kevin's Boys, we played Waterford Bows.
That's right.
Down in Waterford. Went to extra time. We bet them 2-0 and Lee got the 2 goals.
Yeah.
Great juvenile player.
Brilliant.
Daniel O'Boyle was on that team.
Danny was brilliant as well, yeah.
Great player as well. Now, I could tell you a story about Daniel, but I can't. But he knows what it is, and so does Dermot, the brother. But and then I had Colin Price, who was a brilliant juvenile.
Just pause there for a second.
But that's it anyway, lads. And
there's some great players there, Mick.
Oh, they're good players. They're all.
You know what it is when you get asked questions the way like Podge makes it. You forget who you're coaching, who you manage with.
Oh,
honestly,
look, it's nearly a shame to be leaving now another 30 players, isn't it?
Mick, what'll happen is now you'll go home.
Yeah.
And it might be tonight, might be tomorrow, could even be Monday.
Yeah.
And you'll think, why didn't I mention him?
Yeah, I know that.
Why didn't I say that one? Yeah. Why didn't I say this one? Do you know? So we can always get you back on as well. Don't worry about that.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Too old now for it.
I have a Mick Daragan story myself. I don't even remember this. Pats were in Kilkenny. I was training them. Right, it was my first gig, and I ended up when I was on my own. I met you in the tavern one night after we played up in Dublin in the outside competitions. I asked you would you come down and give me a hand and have a look at the session, let me know what you think. I don't know if do you remember this? No.
No, I don't. Podge.
Anyway, you came down the following Tuesday. I put on the session. You gave me the biggest boost I ever got in my life as a coach of everything I've done. You came over to me and you said, Podge, you don't need me, you'll be just fine.
Ah, that's fair enough. Yeah,
do you remember that?
No, I don't remember.
I remember that. I'll never forget.
That's fair enough. Well, they're the little words that you have to remember.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
I'll never forget.
That's fair enough. Yeah.
I was only 21, I'd say.
All right, that's great.
You know, and I had the first team, and a few of the senior players came to me, Jamie Moore and Hutchie and Jono, said, might be no harm, Podge, if you got someone in to give you a hand or whatever. Do you know what I mean? And sure, Moore, a great time for you. Jamie said, will you approach Mick? And I happened to see you out the following weekend in the tavern, and I said, will you come down? And I'll never forget, Mick.
Ah, fair play, yeah. Thanks for that, Podge.
You'll be all right.
Yeah, that's fair enough, yeah.
You don't need me.
Would have a good old eye, yeah. Had a good old eye.
Yeah.
Coaching and playing. Yeah.
Sure, look at. But, Jez, I have to say, like, we're getting near finishing time, yeah.
Jez, we are. Don't
just,
worry, but don't worry about it, there's no panic.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying, like, I'm after being terrible lucky. I'm after having a great life, 50 year. Like, I started at, say, 16 with a fantastic club in the tie, and all the lads then that I came up through it. And, you know, you go out, as I said, you go out into the pub, as you know, Pop.
Yeah.
Young lads, I could be in training their grandchildren now. And lads will never forget you, because you must remember on the Saturday when you're left with a 10 or 12-year-old, you're their carer.
Yeah.
And you're minding them. You're not just coaching them, you're minding them. And they're looking at you like a parent, a third parent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that never leaves a young lad's mind.
No.
You know?
No.
Sure doesn't.
No.
I always think that, you know.
You're saying you coached. Don't think it's not the other way. That them boys don't appreciate what you've done for them as well.
I'm sure.
Silly Murphy's testament to that. Lee's testament to that.
That was the nicest thing anyone ever said to me.
Their parents remembered, and they'll tell their grandkids whatever that he coached your father, and do you know what I mean? This, you know,
but the beauty about it is, Pop, you don't go in.
Voluntary work, Mick. 50 years of it.
Oh yeah, well, close enough anyway, if not more, yeah.
But you don't go in doing it for them reasons.
No,
I think them things are a massive bond. It's happened to me. I'm sure it's happened to you, Papa, where you've had lads come up to you that you would have worked down through the years, and you haven't. It's great. It's great. It's great for networking. It's great for socialising. It's great for the well-being, lads.
Oh yeah.
Do you know? It's brilliant.
Another mother came to me off that under 15 team when it was all over. She came to myself and Jason. She didn't come to. It wasn't me. Jason was a huge part of that. Like more so than me. Jason was brilliant. Now, I'm not saying because of my son-in-law, but he fair surprised me, you know. And he should be more involved in it. He should get involved in it because he'd be a huge benefit to any club or any team. But a mother came to us, the two of us, at the end of the season, and she thanked us and shook hands and said her young lad was a shy chap coming down, and now he's able to talk and have a conversation. And she said, you have to turn him into a new man, the two of you. And it's great to hear that, you know. And you might never win anything. No. But that's, and as a fella said to me one time, sometimes memories are better than medals. Yeah.
I've never heard that.
Well, medals are thrown in a drawer.
Memories
never leave your mind.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
You know, so
that's brilliant.
Memories can be better than medals, that's what they used to say.
Tell you the truth now, I think we'll wrap it up on that one. I've never heard that
but I just want one thing to say now before I go, because I won't get no dinner at tomorrow. Most important is your own home, at home, giving you support.
Oh yeah.
You know, and just I went playing when we had 4 and 5 kids, left Breda there minding them. I went training, left Breda there minding them. And I've always got the best of support from Breda and my family. And I just like to say to anyone, always respect a bit of old support you're getting from your own home. So thanks very much, Breda.
Great words, Mick, I tell you that now.
Well, it's important, because
it's important.
Breda was left with 5 kids there, and I was gone every Sunday, 2 nights a week, gone Sunday.
And then you were nearly a 6 kid at that stage.
And nearly out for a few Lucas A's.
Lucas A's. Down
to the ball club.
Lucas A's in the McArdle's bottle. Down
to Mick in the ball club.
That's gone now as well. Ball club.
Is it gone?
Yeah.
Then over to Grazy Mickey's for the black pudding.
Grazy Mick's.
That's where we used to go.
Jesus. That's not there yesterday, Mick?
No, be Jesus, not, surely not, no. But there's another thing before we do go. I remember we used to go to, when we were playing, we used to come back and go into Alcock's.
Yeah.
You know, Alcock's,
Corcoran's.
Corcoran's. Yeah. And Alcock man, I can't think of his first name, Kieran was the son, he would have played with Pats. The 2 chaps played.
Yeah.
Mrs. Alcock would have a big lump of ham, that size, all sliced up for you. And that time we were going well. Your man Byrne, David Byrne, is that his name from the Irish FAI, the big tall lad, 6 foot something. Was it? No, not David.
Bernard
Byrne.
Byrne. He used to have the pub out in the Towers. Out in Killerick. No, the Towers.
Had he?
They had a pub.
Well, he came to...
That was called the Towers pub. Gary, my stepdad, used to throw darts in it.
Go ahead.
Well,
And I won a snooker tournament.
Bernard Byrne, a dub now.
Yeah, a dub.
Yeah, dub, yeah, that's right, yeah. Well, he came...
Gary was the father.
We had a meeting...
Yeah.
We had a meeting upstairs. Next time we had Aidan Cooney and another great player, we had Willie Quinlan.
Oh, yeah, Willie was very good.
Jesus, Willie was a special man, boy, I tell you that. Savage player.
Did you have Philly?
And Philly, yeah. The 3 boys came together.
Yeah.
I nearly forgot about Philly. Philly was a great player as well.
Yeah, great
but we had
player.
a great team that time, like looking after it a bit. Now, Terry would have been looking after with Ronnie a bit more than me. I was only on the fringe. But Bernard O'Byrne came down, big meeting up in Alcox, wanted us to go into the Leinster Senior League. And Pats declined it, we didn't go, like, that was the time we were after beating us twice in the cup and in the league,
Big lumps of ham on the table, yeah.
Oh yeah, and you had salty
I
ham.
went over to, I don't know, you were with me that day. Went to a Thai with Sailor. Bertie Dales.
Oh, Bertie's, yeah.
What did they give you, the cheese and crackers?
Oh, cheese, crackers and mustard.
Cheese, crackers and mustard
Oh,
in
yeah.
the pub.
Oh yeah,
Went into a saloon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the swinging doors in the saloon. You walk in, lovely pint of Guinness.
Full of cowboys.
Yeah. One of them 3 left.
Billy the Kid, huh?
No, that's yeah.
Oh yeah.
Crackers, cheese and mustard.
Oh yes, and make it thirsty then as well,
Yeah,
you see.
yeah.
That's the
yeah.
idea. They almost give you the thirst.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Dry crackers.
Lovely little pub though.
Oh jeez.
Bertie Dial, yeah. Willie Dial runs it now. Old Bertie was the father.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, great pub. Best
Still a
pub in the
good
town.
old trade, isn't it?
Oh, best pub in the town, yeah. I haven't been in it now in 6 months. Like, we go over to Christmas there and Jacker brings the guitar. That's the thing. We good few. We old golf folk, we
Yes,
send
that's
Sailor
right,
in.
yeah.
Terry is in. He's the only outsider in the Terry, and there's 20 of us going. This is our 15th year going off together.
Brilliant.
Go ahead, play golf.
Yeah, same.
Brilliant.
We lost one
But
man.
it could be the only time you play golf in the year, isn't it?
I don't play at all.
Oh, you
I
don't,
used to. I stopped
Terry
playing.
plays it then.
Terry plays, yeah. But
Kevin and all
we
that.
play. The boys play the golf for what's called the Tony Byrne Cup. Now,
Yeah.
Silas might have told you. I will tell you. Tony Byrne was a chap that played played left full back for a Thai town, and was one of the best left full backs. The poor chap died, a young man, and his wife presented us with a cup. So the boys play for the Tony Byrne Cup.
Yeah.
God rest Tony Byrne. Yeah.
Memories again, Mick.
Lovely man. Ah, yeah. Memories is right. That's what
Fantastic.
memories are more important than medals. Never
That's
forget
brilliant.
that. Right?
Mick, absolute pleasure to have you on.
Absolutely.
Aye,
Yeah.
fair
And thanks
play,
very
lads.
much for coming in.
Yeah, no bother.
It's really appreciated. The insight and the wisdom and the time you spent in the game, sure, you couldn't measure it.
Fair play.
And thanks very much.
Well, once
It's a book in itself, isn't it? Bob?
It is, it's brilliant,
It's a
yeah.
book
Well,
in
like I
itself.
said, lads, I am not bullshitting you because you're there, but thanks very much for asking me. It means a lot to me.
Yeah.
You sort of ask yourself, where would you be in regards to level, and would you bring it down or anything like that? But it's an honour, and thanks very much. That's all I'd say.
Well, you haven't brought it down anyway, I can tell you that.
Fair play.
Well, that's it for this week, lads. We'll wrap it up. That's a long one,
That's a
but
good
an
one.
enjoyable one.
Another good one, yeah.
Yeah, hard to follow on from the last one. The feedback from the last episode has been fantastic, I have to say. Look, thanks very much again for listening. If you want to support us, go on and buy us an old coffee. The links are on the socials. As I always say, it's not my podcast.
Not mine either.
It's not Papa's podcast. It's Carlo Soccer's podcast.
Yeah.
All the best, lads, and God
Cheers,
bless.
guys.
Well done, boys. That's her.